Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, we have Mark Titus. Great talk with Mark Titus. Awesome to break down the bracket. We talk about every team, pretty much every team. Sleepers, who's going to win, probably Gonzaga. We break it all down. Always fun to have him on. We are going to do NFL free agency. And a little programming note. You are going to listen to this show, and for the first 20 minutes or so, 15 minutes, I was living in a world where Andy Dalton wasn't the Bears quarterback, and then the news broke. So you will find that out probably 25. You'll probably say to yourself, what are they talking about? Andy Dalton's the Bears quarterback? Well, guess what? You get to hear the moment it happened literally live on air, so that's fun. We have FAQs, great set of FAQs, and Hot Seat Cool Throne, awesome Wednesday show coming up in a second, brought to you by our friends at Manscaped. NFL draft season is also upon us. This is the best time of year because we got March Madness, Masters, opening day, NFL draft, all in a row. NFL draft season is coming up. That's why our partners at Manscaped, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming, have partnered with us to make sure you don't gamble on shaving your balls the same way you like to gamble on football. For all the draft geeks out there, we have an exclusive 20% off promo code TAKE at manscaped.com. Hank, when was the last time you shaved your balls?
A long time.
Years. You got to fix that, dude.
Yeah.
It's
Probably
years?
Dude, Hank,
You got to go bi-monthly.
it's vasectomy season. You got to clean that shit up before you go in
Yeah,
there.
clean
I
that
just
up.
haven't had a product that I trust, you know?
Okay, well, guess what? Manscaped is a product you trust, and when you come up to the NFL draft, you got to ask yourself, will your team go defensive back in the first round? Not sure, but I am sure that with the Lawnmower 3.0, you can get your D back. That's pretty fucking good. That is a great ad read right there. You need to look in the mirror, Hank. You need to ask yourself, do you see any nose or ear hairs dangling? And if the answer is yes, well, the Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer is your solution. Why not use the best tools for the job? Their performance package comes with the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0 for your balls, Weed Whacker nose and ear and hair trimmer, performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag for you to use when you're done quarantining, and some other liquid formulations like the Crop Preserver and the Crop Reviver. This is what you need, guys. You're going to be out back in the world. You need the anti-chafing ball deodorant, which ensures that your afternoon stroll doesn't end with your balls sticking to your legs or smelling like eggs. That happens when you get the swamp going, when it's hot in the summer. Manscaped basically has you covered from head to toe to keep you fresh, looking fresh, feeling fresh, and ready to be your best at all times. So go right now, 20% off plus free shipping with code TAKE at manscaped.com. If you're someone walking around with ear hair, nose hair, ball hair in 2021, you are a loser. I'll just say it flat out, loser. So you need to go to manscaped.com right now. Put in promo code TAKE, 20% off and free shipping with promo code TAKE. Get 20% off free shipping with code TAKE at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code TAKE. It's time you turn that team in your pants around with Manscaped. Okay, let's go.
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by Manscaped. Go right now to manscaped.com and put in promo code TAKE and get 20% off anything you see in the store plus free shipping. Today is Wednesday, March 17th. We have NFL free agency. Feels good.
Hey, Big Cat, you know what day it is today?
What? Oh, it's St. Patrick's Day.
Happy Fitzpatrick's Day to
Oh,
all those who celebrate.
Oh, there it is.
It was the best night of my life last night. And don't get me wrong, I'm under no illusion that Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to come in and like immediately turn the football team into Super Bowl contenders, because we already are Super Bowl contenders. Mm-hmm. But he is the most fun quarterback that I could have hoped for besides Winston. I wanted Jameis.
I did
but
too.
Verbal meme, we have Jameis at home. Jameis at home, Ryan Fitzpatrick. It's the next best thing. He makes every week fun. No matter what happens, he's going to have some games where he throws for 5 touchdowns. He's going to have some games where he throws for 5 interceptions. He's going to run over the smallest defensive back on the field. And most of all, I'm just excited that I get to actually root for him as a guy that has a vested interest in not just the Fitz magic, but he's on my team now. Now I feel like I have Fitz magic inside me.
Okay, so with all that said, do you feel a little bad that I'm just sitting here and I'm now
my brother?
I'm looking at
Andy Dalton. Yeah, you get the red rifle.
Did you see that there was a report that the best options for the Bears are to convince Andrew Luck to come out of retirement or get Sam Darnold? You got a quarterback that, here's the only thing I'm worried about with Washington football team getting Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think, like happens wherever Ryan Fitzpatrick goes, they will now immediately be like, well, we got to draft a quarterback just so that we can put him in front of Ryan Fitzpatrick, because that is Ryan Fitzpatrick's entire career is he goes to a team and they're like, well, we need someone who's ahead of him on the depth chart, because you agree, Fitzpatrick, if he's the day one starter, he's not going to have the same magic.
Right.
You need him to be looking over his shoulder or coming off the bench.
That's why we got a primer. We got Taylor Heineke, who I think is the ultimate Fitzpatrick primer, because he'll get in. He's got a spark, but he's probably going to fuck things up. And so he's actually the perfect quarterback to team up with Fitzpatrick, to have somebody that we give a shot, a young guy, see what the little guy's got. He goes out there, plays well for like a game, maybe a game and a half, then he starts screwing up. Boom, Fitzmagic time to come out.
Yeah.
Now, how many, off the top of your head, how many playoff games do you think Ryan Fitzpatrick has played in?
0.
Yeah, 0. He hasn't
been in the playoffs.
He's the best quarterback of all time to never make the playoffs, maybe.
Yes.
Archie Manning, I think, never made the playoffs.
I think that's true. Brandon Marshall never made the playoffs.
Yes, that's also true.
True.
I'm excited because it's like the best analogy I can make is, that second semester of senior year in high school, when everything's kind of set, you don't really care, but you have fun, and you're like, fuck it. That's what this entire season's going to be for me. Because if we go anywhere, hey, that's awesome, cool. If not, I get to just sit on my couch and drink beers and forget that I'm supposed to be doing work the whole time. I'm very pumped about Fitzmagic.
Oh, breaking moves. Oh, no, is this going to be Andy Dalton? It's Andy Dalton.
No, it's not. It's not bad for your team.
I've actually been not going on Twitter.
Yeah, I've got Schefter.
I'm scared to go on Twitter because I know he's going to do the Andy Dalton to the Bears.
Schefter notifications set up here.
One of my favorite players of all time, good friend, personal, guy I root for always, LeBron James, has just announced that he's going to become part owner of the Red Sox.
What?
Both he and Maverick Carter each joined Fenway Sports Group as partners, first and only black partners in FSG history.
I love it.
Wow.
Hank, you are now our LeBron stan. We finally have our LeBron stan on this podcast.
I mean, you have to.
Yes.
You have to be.
Yeah, I do, I think.
You love the guy.
You've
always loved him.
You are right.
Yeah. You are LeBron through and through.
Space Jam 2 is going to be great.
$750 million investment. That's not chump change.
No, it's not.
That is not ashtray money.
No.
It's not the. Do you see ashtray?
Ashtray money.
It's not the Jay-Z Nets investment that he made.
It's not me in Swansea.
Yes.
No.
So he's like a vocal minority owner of the team.
Right.
Well, you can't say.
O-word, governor. He's a vocal minority governor of the team.
You don't.
No, you can't say the O-word, Big Cat, remember?
You're calling him a minority.
I didn't say that.
So yeah, let's go Bronny go. Hopefully this means he wants Bronny to come play for the Celtics and he can do everything here. Just become a Boston guy.
What?
I don't know.
Crazy.
I don't know. It's crazy.
That's wild.
You're going to have to take some time to figure out exactly how to spin this.
Credit to LeBron, though. He now has the Indians, the Yankees, and the Red Sox. He should, statistically speaking, have
Chelsea,
a good,
right?
Yeah, and have a good chance of Liverpool. Have a good chance of getting to the World Series. And the Dodgers, I assume.
Yeah, he's probably adopted that. Yeah, he was rooting for the Dodgers last year.
Yeah, so he's got, there's like a 15% chance that LeBron James one of his teams he roots for will win the World Series.
So, Hank, you are fully on Team LeBron now. You can't root against him. You absolutely cannot.
He's your owner. He owns you. Literally.
Power move.
Your baby
him.
Brian.
I gotta commend the guy. Like he literally.
That is awesome.
The town that he has the most beef with, he just went and bought one of their teams.
I wouldn't say that LeBron's biggest beef is with Boston. I'd say that Boston has
literally
a huge
started
beef
the super
with
team
LeBron.
to beat the Celtics.
I think that the beef
could
is
not
more
beat the Celtics,
on your
so he had to
side
start
than it is
super
on
team.
LeBron's side.
But if you had to ask LeBron,
Who else?
what
Right.
city that he has most people, it would probably be that.
Because it was when he was young in his career, he could not beat the Celtics. So it was like he's trying to get go over that hump, win his first championship. Who's in his way? The Celtics. So it's like,
Like the only other ones that could be up there are like San Antonio.
The Mavericks.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Golden State, Oakland.
Yeah, but he didn't really. Yeah.
But he beat them.
Golden State, but he also beat them the last time. Well, no, they played again. Yeah, I don't know. Also, I feel like everyone's just happy in the West Coast.
I also got to think that the
really
Boston
beef.
fans were really, for some reason, some Boston fans haven't been the nicest to LeBron over the years, so that's probably
not
something.
you. So that's good.
No, definitely not me.
Bill Simmons is going to have to redo all of his chants.
Are you just leaving me? So am I now outnumbered? Is it LeBron standing? You've flirted with being LeBron.
I tried to be a LeBron stan.
And you're not.
It was just too hard.
Okay, so
he makes
we're
it very
good.
difficult.
So we still have a majority on the show.
I respect LeBron's greatness.
You're like in the Supreme Court when there's one judge that can go either way.
Yeah,
so it's me versus Hank, and you can go either way.
I'm the Joe Manchin of this podcast.
I'm the LeBron
James.
I'm a LeBron-entrepreneur fan.
I feel like I've lost a friend. Like this is
this is great.
I feel like I've lost a friend.
I've been neutered.
Yes. I've
been neutered.
I would say hating LeBron is probably 7% of your personality.
Yeah, I enjoy rooting against LeBron sometimes more than rooting for my own teams.
Well,
now Spencer Hank,
and now I can't do that. Now it's the same thing.
What you are able to do now, though, is like you have a tremendous scapegoat in case things go very wrong.
Yeah, sell the team, LeBron.
Like if LeBron had.
Well, the Red Sox ownership already sucks. Like,
if he had been an O-word last year. Like when the whole Mookie Betts situation went down, you would have 100% blamed him no matter what the facts were. So like that's kind of useful to have somebody to point out and be like, that guy's the problem.
It's wild times.
This is wild times. All right, well that's great breaking news.
I hope he buys every team that Hank likes.
Oh man, FaZe Clan,
Duke.
No,
Bronny's in FaZe Clan.
Oh yeah, that's true.
This is tough, Hank.
All right, so to go back to NFL free agency. So your analogy of the end of high school second semester
senioritis.
Yeah. So I'll go on an analogy for what the Bears are doing in free agency. The Bears are the guy who goes out to a bar and tries to hook up with girls and then instead just gets a big pizza and sits on his couch and be like, I could have fucking hit that. Like, you see that chick? She was giving me the eyes. I probably could have smashed, but I just wanted to have a boys' night and eat some pizza. Every quarterback that signs, the Bears are like, well, we talked to him. We talked to Jameis Winston. We talked to Ben Roethlisberger. No, you didn't. You had no chance. You're fucking sitting with your fat ass on the couch eating pizza at 3 a.m., watching like ETV, and you're going to fall asleep and feel like a schmuck and an asshole, and that's you, Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy.
All right, coward. So I think you can also put into there like the Russell Wilson thing. It's just a victory for them to be mentioned. Like, your buddies are like, yeah, you could have that chick. And you're like, yeah, I know I could. And then you go home and you jack off to porn, which is Andrew Luck.
Correct.
Who's just like out there, just watching film. Yeah, the fantasy of what you could have.
It's disgusting. I mean, it's going to be Andy Dalton.
You still could get Russell Wilson. Your problem, can I give you some advice, Big Cat?
No.
Let me give you some advice.
I'm going to threaten Schefter. I'm going to
next
tweet
Big Cat, that's what I'm saying.
I'm going to fucking kill you, dude, unless you do the Russell Wilson
I'm saying I think you're going about that wrong. I think instead of saying do the Russell Wilson tweet, you have to say announce Russell Wilson to the Bears because that presumes it's already done. So you might be able to trick him.
No, I just want to
just announce it. That's what I'm saying. It's
a
tweet.
To do the tweet.
Announce it. That's what the kids are saying. You got to announce it.
I will. I don't want to say that I'll kill Adam Schefter if he doesn't do the tweet.
Good. I'm glad that you don't want to say that.
I did not say it.
Mm-hmm. If you wanted to say
fucking tweet, Shefty. Fucking P-boy.
I actually feel bad.
I wouldn't kill Shefty. I actually love him.
I feel bad for other NFC East teams to have to now root against Ryan Fitzpatrick. Like if it was on the other foot and let's say the Philadelphia Eagles signed Ryan Fitzpatrick, who would actually probably be the perfect fit in that situation with Jalen Hurts to just kind of like switch him in and out, going back and forth from your tongue to your clit. I would hate rooting against the guy. It'd be tough for me as a football fan to do that. So my condolences as a Washington football team fan. I
thought you rooted for the entire NFC East.
I do. I root for the Beast.
The whole Beast.
But I'm just saying, like, I would not want to root in a head-to-head matchup. I would not want to root against Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Hank, Patriots. Belichick spending spree, very atypical. People are trying to figure it out.
Julian Edelman just dropped this one on the timelines pretty good. Boston Tea Party, but just T-E.
Oh, T-E. Oh,
got it, because they signed Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry. So this is genius on a macro level by Belichick, simply because he has earned the right that no matter what he does, people will be like, well, that's genius. So he knows that he can just sign a bunch of people, and everyone will be like, wow, what is Belichick seeing that no one else sees?
Yeah, some people can just say classic Belichick to everything the Patriots do, and they sound smart.
Right, and it could be smart, because I do think there is an element of what the Patriots are doing where the cap went down. Not a lot of teams have cap space. You got an ability to take advantage of the market. I totally see that part. It also could be Belichick's like, we sucked last year, and Tom Brady won a Super Bowl, and I don't want that to happen again, so I'm going to sign a bunch of dudes.
Right, and like people say, it sucks to play here. It's not fun. We don't pay people. Boom.
Pay everyone.
Something changed this offseason with Belichick, and it might be along, like, not the exact same thing, but kind of how Nick Saban, his best friend, switched up how he did things after he saw that he was going to get passed by some people. Belichick saw that what was happening by not having Tom Brady and by not spending money wasn't working, so he's going like full in the other direction. He's going, I'm going to spend more than anybody else. I'm going to change things up entirely. Or maybe just watched he got into a weird YouTube rabbit hole this offseason and thinks that like money isn't real anymore.
Well,
he's like, fuck it.
Isn't there something where it's like there's going to be a new TV deal, and once that gets signed, that the cap's going to go way up?
Yeah,
so
everyone's
comparatively speaking,
yes,
there's going to be crazier deals in the next 2 seasons. So these deals that look like a lot now are going to seem not that big after a couple of years pass.
Yeah, and the fact that most teams most teams don't have money to spend right now. They do. So he knows that there's like a deflated market, so you can get someone for cheaper than they would be in a regular year where everyone has money.
It will also be great if he can turn Nelson Aguilar into a great wide receiver, just because Philly fans will just be like so miserable about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you think Edelman wants to stick around now, or you think if you were to inject truth serum into Julian Edelman and be like, where do you want to play next year? New England or Tampa Bay?
I mean,
Tampa Bay.
Obviously Tampa Bay.
Not a good question.
And they re-signed Gronk too.
Yep, they re-signed Gronk.
They're trying to re-sign everybody.
I think Shaq Barrett. So yeah, they are going to bring everyone back.
Playoff Lenny, there are rumors about him coming to New England.
Playoff Lenny. I saw Seahawks as well in the mix for Playoff Lenny. The Raiders make no sense. They have now dismantled their entire offensive line, which is exactly what Derek Carr needs.
Yeah, this is again the perfect analogy for Derek Carr is what's his name? Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. Is it Littlefinger or is it
sick Game of Thrones?
No,
reference.
Who's the guy that got his dick cut off?
Reek.
Yeah, so he's Reek. So now Theon Greyjoy. Yeah, so now John Gruden is entering the phase of his career where he's like, I'm just going to punish him because for some reason John Gruden hates Derek Carr. He's like, I'm not going to give you any protection whatsoever and just get you killed for a little bit. I think the hook is going to be pretty quick for Mariota to get in next year.
I think the hook should be quick for him, but it won't be.
No, I mean he still has like $70 million left.
What are the Raiders going to do next year? They'll probably go 4-1 and then finish the season 6-10.
Yeah,
like they always do at this point with Gruden. Other news: Jameis in New Orleans, which is huge. I just hope he gets full starting duty and it's not like a back and forth with Taysom Hill. I assume he will be the starter, but
it's going to be like an open competition in the camp. But I think based on what we've seen, Jameis Winston is probably a better quarterback than Taysom Hill.
I'm so excited.
I still like watching Taysom Hill just run downhill into a linebacker.
Yes.
That's always fun to do. But Jameis should get that starting job. I wish that his contract had been like infinity dollars for 50 years and 1 year guaranteed.
All years voidable.
Yeah, all years voidable. But yeah, I'm excited for Jameis to potentially get a fair shot in New Orleans.
And then Joe Thuney went to the Chiefs, so that's big for Patrick Mahomes. Everyone was making a big deal about, obviously they had to cut their fantastic tackles, but those guys were also injured, and I think everyone expected that.
Mm-hmm.
But that will be if the Chiefs can figure out a way to fix their offensive line, we'll just snap our fingers and be like, oh, yeah, remember the Chiefs are unstoppable?
But Dan Orlovsky already said they're going to go undefeated next year.
Yeah.
So Dan knows 17-0 if he's dyslexic.
Yeah. Yes.
He'll get that. And this is a great quote. So we are amateur capologists. We're trying to get better at studying the cap on the show. But the Ravens...
No, we're not.
The Ravens general manager, Eric DaCosta, had a very good description I think that we might be able to learn from. He said, at some point, if you're hungry and you have an ice cream cake, you might eat a big piece, which leaves less ice cream cake for everyone else. So that makes sense to me, right?
Yeah, but then what about when you want to cut, when you want more ice cream cake, you can stick your finger down someone's throat and have them throw up some of the ice cream cake and then send them on their way, and then people can eat that.
Yeah, you can do that. You can get somebody else's barf
Right.
And then import. That's
That's
what the
the
Bears
part-
are doing at the quarterback situation.
I think we understand, like Eric DeCosta, I think we understand how pie works.
How ice cream pie.
Yeah, right.
Well,
but I think the part that everyone struggles with, actually, you know what? I saw the perfect tweet. Someone said, I can't remember who said it, but the way to look at every single contract in the NFL is it's a 2-year deal. Every contract is a 2-year deal. No matter how many dollars they throw out there, how many years they throw out there, everyone just signs a 2-year deal, and then they can cut you.
except for coaches.
Yeah, but that's how if you look at every contract like that, it all kind of makes sense. It's a 2-year deal, and then everything else after that, like they can either eat some cap and get rid of you, and get rid of you with no repercussions. Everything is a 2-year deal. Just go with that. And it makes everything a lot easier to understand.
Just a little pro tip: if you are looking to explain anything to us, just say it's like an ice cream cake. At the very least, we'll pretend that it makes sense. Oh yeah, now I get it.
Yeah,
I've
totally
had one
makes
of those.
sense. Yeah, absolutely. I've definitely had an ice cream cake before. All right, let's do hot seat, cool throne. Then we will have our good friend Mark Titus on the show. By the way, we also on Friday we're going to have Stanford Steve with some gambling picks, so you got to make sure that you listen for that. I think we'll probably drop it a little early so that people can actually get the gambling picks, and also Blake Griffin, so that people can listen to the show before the tournament starts. Before we get to Hot Seat Cool Throne, it is brought to you by our friends at Simply Safe. Simply Safe, if you have 30 free minutes, you never have to worry about break-in at home ever again. That is how quick and easy it is to set up a security system from Simply Safe. It's the kind of thing that is so easy to do. You can do it during a Netflix binge, watching the game, or listening to a certain podcast called Pardon My Take. You can tell Billy to come in. Simply Safe is incredibly easy to customize for your home. Just go to simplysafe.com/PMT. You can easily choose the exact sensors you need or get help from one of their experts. It'll get your house set in about a week, which means by this time next week, you and your whole family can go to bed knowing your home is being guarded. Your family is important. Your house is important. Your family heirlooms are important. Your pets, everything needs to be safe, and Simply Safe can give you that peace of mind whether you're on vacation, whether you're just sleeping. Simply Safe, make sure that your house is safe and ready to go, protecting you and your loved ones. It's easy to assume everyone in your house already feels safe, but they may not. And it's worthwhile to talk about it, and Simply Safe is a small, easy step to make sure everyone feels safe at home. Go to simplysafe.com/PMT today to customize your system and get a free security camera. You also get a 60-day risk-free trial, so there's nothing to lose. That's simplysafe.com/PMT.
Breaking.
I'm still recording.
Breaking news. Former Cowboys quarterback Andy Dalton is signing a 1-year, $10 million deal with a chance to earn another $3 million in incentives with the Chicago Bears, per sources. $10 million, 1 year, Andy Dalton to the Bears. Big Cat, your instant reaction.
Fuck! Wait, that actually just happened.
Literally right now.
Wait, what?
What the fuck?
Yep.
Fuck everything. The Bears suck. This is just stupid. I
Red
hate
rifle,
everything.
baby.
God damn it. He didn't do the Russ tweet.
The orange.
Fuck that. Cancel everything.
He's going to look
The
good.
Bears
Yeah,
suck.
Bears
This is
orange.
another.
Bears
You know what?
orange.
Yeah.
This is all destiny because of
Big
that
Cat.
one time I said that Andy Dalton was better than Jay Cutler, and then Jay Cutler didn't talk to me for 5 years.
We're going to find out.
Fuck all this.
We're going to find out. It is going to pop with that orange.
Oh,
You're right, Billy.
God, dude.
Okay, so that actually a little behind-the-scenes magic. PFT broke the Andy Dalton news to me right as I was standing up, right as we were finishing the show, and I had to run and jump on a phone call. I did the phone call. I didn't leave the office because I got even more mad. So here is the less knee-jerk, more mad reaction.
Positive vibes only, though, Big Cat. Start out, say something nice about Andy Dalton.
I saved his luggage once.
He's not Nick Foles.
That is correct. I don't think
physically he's a different person than Nick Foles is.
Actually, I'm going to counter. He is Nick Foles.
Disagree. Nick Foles.
Yeah, Nick Foles might
won
be
a Super
better.
Bowl. Nick Foles. Actually, Big Cat. This could be a good thing because I don't think they're going to start Nick Foles. They know Nick Foles is not Andy Dalton.
Okay.
So they're not going to start Nick Foles. They're going to start Andy Dalton this year. Now, when is Nick Foles at his very best?
As a backup.
Boom.
But he was, then he was bad.
You got Nick Foles, a Mario Kart
He-
mushroom, by getting Andy Dalton on the team.
We're in the trust tree, so I'm going to tell you the worst part about this. Everyone listened to the first part of the show where I was like, I hope we don't sign Andy Dalton. The Bears are just like going around. They're the guy sitting with the pizza. I did the analogy, the coward analogy. I did all that. Deep down in my the back of my head, I was like, I think the Bears aren't signing Andy Dalton because they got something in the works with Russell Wilson. Wrong. Every time the Bears have the chance to possibly do a franchise-altering move, they find a way not to do it. Every time they figure out there's a chance, and maybe the Russell Wilson was never a real chance. Schefter reported that the Seahawks were like, we're not trading him, so shut up. Deshaun Watson, they're not taking calls. I get all that. The Bears are just destined to never have a quarterback. And on top of all of this, you can say to me that, okay, the plan is not Nick Foles and Andy Dalton to be the starters all year. They're going to draft someone. But Nick Foles and Andy Dalton are just good enough to keep you out of the top 5 of the draft. And you know what? Now that I've even said this, I've worked this through my brain. It doesn't matter if the Bears have a top draft pick because we had a top draft pick and we drafted Mitch Trubisky.
Mitchell.
I hate it.
So
just sucks the soul.
it
sucks all the fun out of it. I don't want to be.
It's
I don't want to be here
because this is the one signing that you guys could make that it essentially ruins the next 10 months of your life. And you know that it's going to happen. Like, is there any part of you at all that's like, Andy could do this? I'm excited to see anything Andy Dalton does.
Yes.
Big
part of me.
Absolutely.
I already tweeted the clip of him firing up the boys in the tunnel. I've told myself, hey, Andy Dalton had that year where everything worked perfectly. The problem is the Bears now have 2 guys that are what we always talk about, the everything else has to be perfect guys. Everything else has to be perfect guys for Andy Dalton and Nick Foles to succeed, and not everything's perfect. The offensive line still has problems. And guess what? If you're a defensive player, like I wouldn't be shocked. If Khalil Mack just retired, I wouldn't like blame him.
Yeah.
If he was like, really? You're going to have this be my quarterback?
It's tough to have this to look forward to for the future. Stay woke. I think there's a good chance that Russell Wilson never even wanted to leave Seattle. This might have all just been one giant joke on the Bears from the get-go, where Russell Wilson's like, what franchises would you like to go? I mean, we should have known it. He's like, Russ, where do you want to go play? And he's like, I'd like to be the quarterback for the Bears or the Jets. I think he was just fucking with you this entire time.
He probably was. And you know what? The worst part about it was I was literally going to become like a Jesus freak for Russell Wilson. I was ready. I was ready to just show up, do this podcast, say lame cliches.
You're going to suck down fake water.
And everyone would be like, "What? Why did you change?" Like, no, I just love my car. I mean, that's how much it means.
Your
to
summertime attire is not far away from Russ Wilson chic.
Yes.
The Hawaiian shirts, light colored jeans.
I was going to do that.
Sneakers, yeah.
It's
a good look. It's a sick fit.
What do you think? And let's just end here because I actually am like, this is going to ruin my night. This is going to ruin my favorite week of the year. Do you think Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy, do you think when they sit there, all the lights are off in House Hall, it's just Ryan Pace's office. Matt Nagy's grabbing his suitcase or whatever the fuck he's got, his clipboard. He's walking out after a long, hard day of work, and he stops by Ryan Pace's office, and he sits down, and they rehash, and they're like, man, we're nailing this. We're crushing this.
I think they're talking themselves into it. I think what happened was they reached a point where they're like, I think Russell Wilson's not going to come here. And then they said, you know what? We want guys that want to be here. We want guys that want to be in Chicago. No more Russell Wilson. Andy Dalton, would you like $12 million? And he was like, yes, sirs. Okay, good. He wants to be here. That's a guy that wants to be a Bear. And so they're like, yes, we did a good job because we could have tried to keep pursuing a guy that didn't want to be here. And so, yeah, I think at the end of the day, they did something. They executed a transaction.
I don't like that they're making me hate Andy Dalton because Andy Dalton's a nice guy. He's a nice guy, but I have no choice. The Bears have made me hate nice guys. I didn't want to. They do this. They're just so incompetent and so fucking stupid. And they're going to do a press conference tomorrow or the next day and be like, oh, well, we think that Andy gives us a good shot to win. We got a great quarterback competition. Competition breeds, the iron sharpens iron, blah, 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 blah. Competition, blah, 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 blah. Fuck you, Matt Nagy, you bald fuck. And Ryan Pace, your hair's not even that good. I actually didn't mean it when I said his hair was good.
You don't mean that.
I mean it.
What if they trade up?
What
if they trade up and they do the same thing they did to Glennon this time around? Would you be like, yeah, that makes sense, good, whatever. Let's just get a high pick quarterback in here.
Sure.
Yeah.
If they got Mac Jones somehow, I would be all in. I have a feeling that they think this is the move. Like, this is going to be – we're going to go into the season, and maybe we'll catch lightning in a bottle. You know what they are? They're running the Bears the way I gamble. Like, maybe today I'll get hot. Mm-hmm. Guess what? I have never gotten hot. They're saying, hey, maybe today the signing is going to work. It's not. It's just not.
It's tough because they got, like, Diet Kirk Cousins to come in. They're looking at the Vikings, and they're like, you know what? If we can go with their model – and get a Kirk Cousins type guy in here, then maybe we can make the playoffs occasionally.
They honestly should trade for Kirk Cousins. They should trade for Kirk Cousins. They should trade for Alex Smith. Collect them all. Mm-hmm. Just collect them all. Just get all the quarterbacks that we know can't do anything like of substance, but are good enough to just look the part a few weeks of the year.
Yep, get them in there. Get all the guys that we remember that are on like the end of their trajectories. Get Blaine Gabbert in there, Ryan Mallett, all our old friends, Brandon Weeden.
All right, let's do Hot Seat Cool Throne. I'm just sad. All right, Hot Seat Cool Throne. Billy, you want to start?
Yeah, Hot Seat.
Looking good. Let me see the shirt.
You.
Let me see the shirt.
Lemmy, I like it.
Oh, I thought it was a Dan Terra shirt.
RIP. Yeah, I want that.
Yeah, we're getting the Dan. I think what we're going to do with the Dan Terra shirts, my plan for the future of the line is just like we're going to take all the best classic rock album covers of all time and just incorporate Dan Campbell into
we need to do Dan Talica because that is his favorite band.
We'll do Dan Talica. I want to do it with Iron Maiden with the Trooper. That's going to be sweet.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to steal all those from The Office.
Cool. Billy, you're looking good.
Thank you.
Cargo, are you a Ravens fan today?
No.
You got the cargo camo pants.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
We'll fix it after.
We'll fix it after.
Okay.
Go ahead. Hot Seat Cool Throne.
Hot Seat, the NFL. Bill Belichick going nuts in free agency.
Yeah,
good point. We didn't bring that up.
We spent a couple hours talking about that.
Well, but anyway, he's going nuts.
He is going nuts.
So,
what's your take on that, Billy?
I think he just knows that he's got money to spend, and he can absolutely utilize free agency.
He can utilize money to acquire players,
which he's never really done before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you saw that stat that our friend
Warren Sharp, yep, I did
tweeted.
see that. He's spent like $400 million in the last 15 years and like 150 in the last 2 days.
12 personnel.
Yeah. Okay. And your cool throne?
My cool throne is us because spring is coming.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job.
Shorts.
Shorts
yeah,
are back.
Billy.
Exactly.
If you can't tell, Billy just walked in here from driving to work. So that's a really good think on your feet.
Yeah.
That was.
I thrive on chaos.
Yes, you thrive under chaos. All right, Hank, who's back?
My hot seat
cool
is PFT commentator.
Mm-hmm.
Drake released 3 new songs last week, and they are now 1, 2, and 3 on the Billboard.
Billboard. We all pay attention to that.
They're hot.
We
use
good. Spotify now, Hank. We don't listen to
I'm
the
sure
radio.
they're in the top of those charts.
They're 1, 2, and 3
well.
in Spotify.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
No, I'm sure they
They
are.
actually are.
Okay, well, a lot of people voted for Hitler, too, so.
Whoa.
I'm just saying, just because a lot of people like it.
Shit. Okay.
Facts don't care about your feelings, Hank.
Also, Indiana fans hoping Brad Stevens is coming there on the hot seat. He officially said that he has no interest in going.
He's going. We'll talk to Titus about this because I'm sure he'll have some spicy takes. But to me, Brad Stevens just kind of feels like the name out there that's more fun to talk about all the time than it is. Like the second he goes to Indiana, it's not fun anymore.
Yes.
He also will never. No one goes from the pros to the college unless they are like shitty in pros, which he's not.
Jim Harbaugh.
In basketball.
In basketball, they don't do that?
Patino, Calipari sucked, went back.
Larry Brown. Larry Brown
sucked in the pros. Yeah, I got you.
Larry Brown
sucked.
And then I think did he get a chip?
Yeah, but then he went to he was
Fred Hoiberg
sucked. And my cool throne is UFC. So UFC announced UFC 261 is going to be a sold-out full crowd in Jacksonville. It's a stacked card. It will be the first time we watch sports with a full crowd.
Wow. When is that?
I think a month.
Oh, wow.
Now, people are going to jump down Dana White's throat about this, but I actually agree with the location because if you've swam in that pool in Jacksonville Stadium, you've got antibodies for every vaccine or every disease that's ever been conjured up on planet Earth.
Mm-hmm. Usman Masvidal too. So
by the way, the
hype,
the Indiana Archie Miller. It's crazy how quickly the perfect hire becomes terrible. But I read a report. Well, Fred Hoiberg was never the perfect hire. I read a report that it was all just basically 2 boosters.
Yes.
One booster paid $10 million to get him out, to buy him out, and another booster was like, I'll pay for whatever the new coach is.
I would
love that about
to get
college.
but we should try and get a big booster on this show. Like, how much money do you have to have?
I mean, they're all
be like, I want to pay $10 million to have a fucking basketball coach not be the basketball
hundreds
coach.
of $1 million. Boosters are
It's
essentially,
crazy.
if you are rich enough, you're super rich.
Like the Texas stuff, too?
Yeah, but you're not rich enough to own a team yourself. So you basically kind of own a team by being a very influential booster who the second you don't like a coach, you can say, all right, get him out of here, I'll pay for it.
Yeah, you can think that you own the team, which is the best part of owning a team.
You sort of do own part of it. Like the guy who got Archie Miller fired, he is kind of an owner of the team because he essentially said, he called him up, was like, I've seen enough of this shit, I'm sick of it, $10 million, get him out of here.
Right, I feel like I would like to be a very a small booster for a program. Like, just contribute a small amount of money, but enough for me to say, like, yeah, I am a booster, and then just go whichever way the wind blows. So when all the big boosters want to coach out, I can be like, yeah, I want him out too, and then I'll get credit for kicking that guy out the door.
Yeah.
Getting to tell people that you have the power is way better than actually having any responsibility.
Booster life's got to be sweet, though.
Yeah.
It has to be sweet. All right, PFT.
All right, my hot seat this week is going to be Dan Bilzerian. Dan Bilzerian's on the hot seat because I've decided that I am going to get a 6-pack and a beard and just take my shirt off all summer. And I'm going to live at the beach. This is going to be the summer of the beach for me.
You can't grow beard.
Actually, get a 6-pack.
Actually,
you went with beard first.
Well, actually,
that's
Hank,
technically, in theory, feasible.
Well, here's the thing about
you could grow your facial hair for the rest of your life, and it would look.
Nick gave me a supplement earlier today, and the supplement, I forget what it's called. It's called like Man the Fuck Up, so it sounds like a legit medical product. And it's supposed to just grow facial hair on dudes that can't grow facial hair.
I'll support anything in your endeavor of your midlife crisis.
Thank you. Yes,
because it's been going on for a while.
Thank
now,
you. Yeah, I'm gonna
struggling,
living at the beach,
just constantly changing.
I'm gonna get
your look.
I'm gonna get a Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah, no, I'll
it's
listen,
gonna be.
You'll
sick.
get through it. Like eventually, you'll just be like, hey, I am in my late 30s.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is just how time works.
But not yet.
But I'm not going to push you there.
But not yet.
No, I'm not going to push you there.
Yeah, Billy?
Can one of you guys get on TRT or HGH already?
I told you I want testosterone. I have low T.
Billy, I just told you I took a supplement called Man the Fuck Up. If you put something in front of me, I will take it.
Okay.
I told you
I will task myself
getting
you guys testosterone.
I told you I wanted some.
TRT.
Okay. Why'd you look in the camera? Do you have an ad? Are you selling side ads?
No.
You definitely have a side ad.
You just looked at the camera like, TRT.
Super Male Vitality Clinic in Hoxatucket, New Jersey.
All right, what's your cool throwing?
My cool throwing is old people.
Yeah?
Old people, because Sister Jean...
Of which you are one.
Sister Jean is back. Sister Jean's going to the tournament. I'm not old. I'm 36. Mm-hmm. I'm 36, and that's fine. But I get carded every time I order a beer. Yeah. Sister Jean is going to the tournament. So... I don't know how smart of an idea this is. I like the fact that we're going to get to talk about Sister Jean more.
It's just a drive.
Yeah, what's Sister Jean's life going to be like during quarantine?
It's just a drive.
She's going to be sit in her room watching Price is Right all day long.
I don't think she even has to quarantine.
You don't think so?
No, because she's a
fan.
No, she's a fan. She's probably going as a fan.
I think she's going with the team though.
Oh, no, because if she hasn't gone already, the team's already there.
Yeah, I think they took her. I think today to Indianapolis.
I mean, her life is probably quarantine.
Yeah, but
she's over 100, right? Like nothing has changed.
How old is Sister
She just
Jean?
changed the location.
She's 106.
She's 106.
She's 101. She's born in 1919.
Damn, dude.
Good for her.
Crazy.
That's when Babe Ruth got. No, never mind.
The Babe Ruth what?
That was 1918. My bad.
That's crazy. She is good for her.
Still kicking.
Good for her. All right, my hot seat is me because the Antifa cat is back. The picture that looks exactly like me. It's a bad look. I understand it's a bad look. Did you see Antifa cat? Because, Billy, I need you. Like, Buff Cat exists. Mm-hmm. That is Billy getting me testosterone in 10 years of hard work and diet and not eating any carbs. Antifa Cat is like 4 days of eating wings, which I'll do this weekend. I will be in a scarf. I'll be Antifa Cat. That's how That's how unfair the sliding scale is.
It didn't help that he had the exact same type of facial hair, like the beard that was maybe 3 days without shaving, and just a look of despair in his eyes that you get after an 0-8 night gambling.
After Andy Dalton,
and that is Bears. Big Cat post Andy post no Russell Wilson.
Fuck. And then I had Vampire Peter Schrager next to me, so that was interesting too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And then my cool throne, Bill, you kind of stole it. It is all of us because I just want to just take a moment here and just say that I was coming into work today and I realized March Madness really is just the best thing of all time. It's just the best thing of all time. Spring coinciding with March Madness, St. Patrick's Day, just everything feels like it has been restored. There's nothing like this weekend we're going to have, and there's nothing like that first few days of spring. We've also got a false start. Winter came back. But the first few days of spring, it's just embrace it. Just enjoy it.
I did throw my phone against the wall today because I got an alert from weather saying snow should expect to start falling in the next 15 minutes. I was like, fuck you. I wore shorts last week.
Yeah. No, I know. The false start always sucks.
And then last night I looked at Chicago weather. We're going to be in Chicago this weekend for March Madness. And I pulled up the app. I was like, maybe it'll be 60 in Chicago.
No.
That's not how weather works, it turns out. So, but yeah, spring is here. Listen, this weekend's going to be so fun. It really is. Like 4 days nonstop of college basketball.
I've just filled myself with so much information. I can't wait to just go against everything I'm trying to learn. Mm-hmm. And I always, I watch and gamble on college basketball all year long, and I do, have a pretty good grasp of what's going on, but it still does not matter.
Yeah.
I still will it will be Friday night will be a train wreck. But that's okay.
Have you guys noticed that the bracket industrial complex isn't really cranking them out like they used to? And by that I mean like the brackets where it's like fast food brackets. Brackets of the best
so
pop
out on
singers.
those. I'm so out on those.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's been done and done and done every single year, and they just haven't done it. Was there a meeting?
I hope there was because I'm over it. I don't care. I don't want to look at it.
Only bracket I wanted to see was Billy's quarterback bracket, which I think he finished today. Did
Billy?
you?
Yeah.
You
so
quarterback bracket?
First one is Trevor Lawrence versus Sam Ehlinger.
Okay.
And that was a 1 seed versus a last seed. And
what's the last seed?
Sam Ehlinger.
No, but what is the number?
Does the bracket exist?
I don't think there's
is it a mental bracket?
No. It's 12.
Okay.
Number 12.
So you have 10
12.
more quarterbacks to name right now.
Wait,
it's a mental bracket.
No, is it each region?
Yeah.
There's 12 in each region?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Actually,
all
there should just be 2 quarterbacks, the 1 seed Trevor Lawrence and the 12 seed Sam Ehlinger.
Yeah.
And then that's for the championship.
And Sam
12
Ehlinger
total
upset.
bracket?
There's a big upset.
Yep.
Sam Ehlinger
Sam Ehlinger upset?
Yeah. Upset. Then we have Sam Ehlinger versus
this bracket does just exist in Billy's brain. I like this.
Right,
okay,
but
keep going. I know I like this. I'm back in.
Justin Fields, who won his play-in, which was a play-in game between
Justin Fields and
Justin Fields beat
Keep going.
the NDSU kid
Trey
Lance.
Okay.
And then Justin Fields beats Sam Ehlinger.
Okay.
And he's in the championship.
Versus, what happened on the other side of the bracket?
Well, on the other side,
we
have the Texas A&M quarterback.
Okay, Mond.
Oh,
Kellen Mond.
Yes.
Kenny Football.
And he played the
Zach Wilson.
Yes.
I shouldn't have given you that.
Yeah,
There's
Zach
no
Wilson.
chance that's what it was.
Zach Wilson won.
Okay.
And then he played
Mac Jones.
Okay. Mac Jones won.
Against who?
Mac Jones had a bye. Because he won the national championship.
Yeah, right. It's totally
then
fair.
Mac Jones plays Justin Fields. And
no, wait. Mac Jones beat Zach Wilson?
Yes.
Okay, so it's Mac Jones versus Justin Fields in the final.
Right.
Wait.
And who won?
Wait.
Well,
should we wait to put out the winner?
Yes.
What about Ian Book? Did Ian Book compete, or did he have COVID?
Ian Book was the bye.
Ian Book, no, COVID. He got COVID. He had COVID. He's playing in the COVID tournament.
Okay.
Against Jack Cohn.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
No, he's transferred to Notre Dame now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, the grad year.
Yeah. Jackie Heisman.
Oh, man.
That was stressful.
Yeah.
I feel stressed out looking at you. right.
That was a great bracket, Bill.
I got an exam at 9 a.m. tomorrow. I'm very stressed.
Oh, man. It's tough.
When you're listening to this, and it's 9 a.m.
I can't
That's
wait
over
till
12 hours from now.
I can't wait till you graduate college and like figure out what excuse you're going to use when college is gone.
Oh, I'm going to have no excuse.
Right, but you will. No, but you will have an excuse because you're Billy.
No. The excuse will be gone. You'll be like, whoa.
Well, how did he do so much work?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How did he do so well when he had excuses? Billy, that's what you're going to say. And you're going to appreciate
So you just graded yourself as well?
Yes.
Real talk, Billy. That was impressive. That's the best thing that you've done in a long time.
Thank you.
It's an awesome. We clip that, Liam. I want the whole bracket out so people can vote on it. We'll vote on it, right?
Yep.
There'll be an element.
And if you want to make your own bracket,
in the program behind the bracket, you did program a voting element, right? In the coding?
No, well, this was through the well, that depends on if it was Yahoo or ESPN bracket that you were filling out.
Billy, you have the complete bracket, right?
So you guys can make your own bracket. I just seeded them.
Yep.
And we'll figure it out.
Just write them down, draw a bracket on here and take a picture of it, and then blog the picture.
Awesome.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's get to our friend Mark Titus. Before we do that, a quick word from our friend at Noom.
Yeah, our great friends at Noom. If you're like me and you're going to get in hellish shape this summer, a great way to do it is with our friends over at Noom. If you can think about everything you've ever learned about getting healthy, there's a ton of contradictory information out there, and things like that old-fashioned food pyramid aren't much help at all. So enter Noom. You know how to chew. You know how to use chopsticks maybe. You know how to fold a slice of pizza so the cheese doesn't slide off and you get that perfect first bite. But do you really know how to eat? Noom says if you want to lose weight, it's not about one thing you ate today, but about how you eat in general. Have you ever gotten questionable food advice? I know I have. Billy used to tell us all sorts of weird stuff. He used to have us on ketosis, but then replace our food every other day because it turns out that certain type of nut wasn't actually keto-friendly. I've gotten some bad advice in the past. Moving forward, it's not about what you just ate, but about how you eat in general. So Noom is going to teach you about eating, your cravings, how to build new habits. That's the most important thing. If you can build a habit, it gets based in your psychology, and Noom will teach you how to accomplish achieving those new habits so you can reach your personal health goals and stick with them long term. You don't need rules to lose weight. You need knowledge. With Noom, you pick the health goals that are right for you, and Noom personalizes a weight loss program to help your aspirations become reality. How much weight do I need to lose, do you think, to get a six-pack, Billy?
I would say about 20 pounds flat.
All right, I'm rethinking the six-pack plan. That's a lot of weight.
It's very hard.
I think we could get you there.
That's a lot of weight. Can I build a six-pack while not losing all that fat?
Yes, you could build the core muscle.
That's what I want to do.
Okay,
I just want to have abs that are so strong that they poke through the fat in my stomach, that they defeat the fat around it and push it around and move it down to like my thighs and ass. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. And Noom is going to help me with the eating component. It's going to teach me how to feel better. It's going to help me understand my cravings. It's going to teach me how to shop and knowing that no food is bad food. For example, if college basketball is on, I'm probably going to indulge in a couple chicken wings here and there. So again, it's based on psychology. It'll teach you a cognitive behavioral approach to losing weight and building habits to keep the weight off. Noom is forgiving. You're human. If you go off track today, you'll be back on tomorrow. Don't worry about it. They just ask for 10 minutes a day. That's so easy. They ask you for 10 minutes a day. 80% of Noomers finish the program, and 60% have stuck with their goals for at least 1 year. There's a science to getting healthier. It's called Noom. Sign up for your free trial today at noom.com/PMT, noom.com/PMT. And now, here he is, Mark Titus.
Okay, we now welcome on our very, very good friend from Fox Sports. It is Mark Titus. You can go listen to the Titus and Tate podcast. Ready for this? I'm going to give you a nice little plug. The Titus and Tate podcast has the best intro music outside of Electric Avenue. And if you haven't heard it, you got to go listen and hear it because it pumps me up all the time when I hear the technical foul.
It's a Nephew Kyle original, I think.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm kidding. I really
Shout
don't.
out
I don't know.
Nephew
I don't know
Kyle.
where the song came from.
I love that.
Did he ever try to put like any bars over it? I know that he raps.
He probably did. Like I legitimately have no idea. When we started the podcast, I pitched an '80s hair metal rock song as the intro, and Kyle and Tate both looked at me like, what is this? Like they're very into not that kind of stuff. So I don't know where the song came from. They dug it up. I don't know if they made it or what, but yeah, we'll take that.
It's the best. And I think I can say this because we have met Nephew Kyle when we were out for Grit Week, but I still just laugh about Nephew Kyle having the One Shining Podcast tattoo on his leg. Or is it on his leg? Yeah, it's on his leg.
It's on his arm. It's on his forearm.
Not understanding that in the media world, people don't just stay at companies forever.
Yeah.
Not everyone's related, and so you have a job for life at one particular place.
Great tattoo. All right,
but that makes us love him. Like that's what if he didn't do that sort of thing.
That's a ride or die guy.
We wouldn't love him as much.
Yeah, Hank has a goldfish on his leg, so we can relate. Right. Like we know that. All right, let's talk some March Madness. The biggest story about this bracket is that next year we'll be looking at one, and Brad Stevens will be coaching Indiana. Let's do it.
Big Cat, you're speaking my language. I have been very distracted this week with Brad Stevens. I've reached the point where I no longer know where I stand, where reality and the meme world have come together. It is all merged into one. I have memed myself into believing that this is a possible thing. I'm watching press conferences that I'd never cared to watch before. I'm on message boards in ways that I never thought I would be. I don't know. I'm talking myself into it, and it doesn't matter if it's real or not. I think it's just like the state of the world. We're coming out of a pandemic. We didn't have an NCAA tournament last year. I don't see the harm in wanting to believe in something, I don't see the harm in that.
So his wife is actually from Indiana, right?
It's true.
Wait, but here's the harm. PFT actually has made this point, and I agree with him. If Brad Stevens goes to Indiana, there goes all of our jokes.
That is true. I don't know I think we shut it down. That's a great point. I think I shut down my Twitter account. I picked up the mantle from Trill Ballins when he left Twitter, and I was like, I'll take care of this myself, Trill, because we were both like kind of leading the charge, but Trill was doing it better than I was, so I kind of stepped back. And then Trill got off Twitter, obviously, so I was like, I guess I got to keep it alive. And if Brad takes the job, then it's over.
It's like Heath Ledger in The Joker, circa 2008, 1997, when he says, I'm like a dog chasing an ambulance. I don't know what I would do if I caught it. Mm-hmm. Or chasing a car, whatever it is. I'm sure John Rossini will clear me up on that one. But yeah, like if he goes to Indiana, I don't think that's going to be that fun. It's just going to be like, oh, well, yeah, Brad Stevens is a coach at Indiana now. What do we do? Like we all just kind of look at each other. We're like, I guess we'll go home now.
Yeah.
But it will be funny to go back on Twitter and see like Trill back in 2012, 2013, being like, I'm hearing that Brad Stevens is going to go to Indiana. There's going to be like all these they already knew accounts like retweeting this guy. But holy shit, this guy had some insight.
Yeah. And if I remember right, Trill's bit too is he'd always misspell Brad. It would be like Brand Steffens or something. Yeah. It's like, I'm hearing Brand Steffens.
When it comes to the actual job at Indiana, I think you and I might differ on this one. I don't think that it's that great of a job. People talk about the Indiana job like it's, like you're the king of the world once you get there. It's the pinnacle of like, it's the best job that you can have in America regardless of profession. I don't think that it's that good of a job anymore.
I see why you would think that. I think the reason people are excited about Brad going to IU is that, listen, I don't actually think it's going to happen. In all honesty, I don't think it's going to happen. I do think there's more, it's greater than a 0% chance. I think the people that are like, he would never do this, they're just as stupid as guys like me that are trying to meme it into existence. I think it's somewhere in the middle. I think like Indiana's going to, like if Indiana offers him like a 10-year contract to double his salary, of course he's going to be like, all right, I'll think about it, and then call him back and say, never mind. But he's going to consider it. Surely it would be stupid not to. But the reason the reason like it gets beaten down that he's from Indiana is because I say this as a guy who grew up in the town next to where Brad grew up. He was from Zionsville. I'm from Brownsburg. They're right next to each other. That the culture of Indiana basketball just seeps into you. And I'm talking about the university. It's like whether you're a fan of IU or not, you just like it is like the pinnacle. It's one of the programs. It's like Indiana, Kentucky, I'd say North Carolina and Kansas. Those are the four that like, if you grow up in those states, you can't escape it. You'll never escape it, whether you're a fan of it or not. And there's almost like a sense of obligation to like, I feel guilty. I already start thinking, I live in LA now, obviously.
Oh, you do?
I've already started thinking. Yeah. I don't know if you heard.
I couldn't tell from your Instagram.
I I have already started thinking, as a man who is not married, who does not have kids, I start thinking, like, if I have a family, do I need to move back to Indiana so my kids can grow up and play in Hoosier hysteria? And I don't know. You feel the draw. It's real. So in that regard, I think Indiana is still a great job for people from Indiana. Now, like, the idea of, like, getting a Jay Wright, for example, or a Tony Bennett, who didn't grow up there, like, yeah, that's absurd. They're not going to leave to go back to Indiana. But I don't know, if you grew up there, it's one of those deals. It's just like, it's a cultural thing. They have unlimited money. It sounds like the way the athletic director's talking is like they'll pay whatever it takes to get whoever they want. And I don't know, the fan base is rabid. You're always going to have great recruits.
Yeah, like, that's the thing.
Yeah. People bring up Nebraska football. Like, that's kind of the analogy people seem to make between Indiana and Nebraska. But Indiana, the state of Indiana is still pumping out like 5 stars every year. So, right. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I still see it as a very a job that everyone should want. Maybe not, like you said, a Jay Wright or someone like that, but they do have the homegrown talent, and that's like step one to succeeding in college sports is, can you just basically show up, do the press conference, and be like, hey, we're going to lock down the border and we'll compete.
Yeah, the analogy I would use to believe, and there might be a slim sliver of hope of Brad going to IU, is when Roy left Kansas to go to North Carolina, where he was Kansas is not the Boston Celtics. Like, I'm not saying it's the exact same, but like Roy Williams was playing in the national championship game in 2003. He had obviously a great program at Kansas. Kansas is one of the blue bloods. But there's something in Roy Williams that was like, I have to go back home. I have to do this for Dean Smith. I have to. And I think, like, Indiana fans have convinced themselves that same thing is just ruminating in Brad Stevens' mind. They're like, who cares if I do this in Boston? Nothing I accomplish in my career matters unless it happens in Indiana, because that's just how people in Indiana think. It's like, that's the only basketball state that matters.
And Shaka Smart's going to do the same thing with Wisconsin, and I'm excited for that.
Absolutely.
I'm actually rooting.
Tony's going to do it.
Tony Bennett. I'm rooting against Texas in the tournament, just so I'm like, hey, maybe if he gets bounced early, because there was definitely some smoke around Shaka this year, but they've had a very good year. But I was like, maybe this could work and he could go to Madison, and that would actually change everything.
If I remember right, I came on the show at the beginning of the season. You asked me about Texas, and I said they were going to be they were high expectations, but they were going to just flounder and end up the kind of like the season that they're having is sort of what I expected. But they got really good. I'm starting to believe in them too. You believe in them, Dan?
A little bit. I do. The only thing is they're really good. Like, when I watch them, they're really good. That Big 12 championship game, Oklahoma State was playing unbelievable basketball, and Texas really kind of had that in hand for the majority of the game. I just think that they play like good defense, and I don't know, Shaka, like, maybe it's one of those things. It's kind of like when you see Wichita State, who is garbage, by the way, in the tournament, and you say to yourself, well, Wichita State, who knows? Shaka, something about him in a tournament setting, you're like, yeah, he could do it. Why not?
He's done it before, right? That's all that matters.
Yeah,
and that's a big thing with college basketball is if you've done it before, people believe in you. If you've never done it, nobody believes in you. And it's a sport where, as our friend John Rothstein says, the unexpected becomes the ordinary. Mm-hmm. And yet we go into every tournament and we're like, there's no way that this team, there's no way Baylor could go to a Final Four. They've never done it before. I don't trust them. They're going to choke. But the last 2 tournaments, a 16 seed beat a 1 seed. And then Virginia won the national title, which was never going to happen because Tony Bennett's style doesn't work. And then the tournament was canceled. I mean, those are like the last 3 things that have happened.
Yeah.
And people will still say this year, like, there's no way it could happen because that just doesn't ever happen.
To answer your real question about Texas, so I think they're like that they're in that group of teams that they don't do anything exceptional, but they do both things okay. So it's like if they can just do both those okay things a little bit better in a tournament setting, who knows?
The thing I love about Texas is they have experienced guards who are a little crazy in the good way. Like they have guys that I was in Asheville during the Maui Invitational, which, like, you want to talk about a bummer, is like seeing Maui Invitational branding all over Asheville, North Carolina. Mm-hmm. And Texas was playing there. And so, like, I got up close and, like, I was one of the few people in the arena because it was a bubble situation. And I say that to say, like, the Texas guards, like Matt Coleman, Courtney Ramey, especially, they're kind of crazy. Like before the tip of every game, they're like talking to themselves and hyping themselves up. And like, I don't know how else to explain it, but they're like, they are out of their minds in the best way that you want a basketball player to be. And I love that idea of them in March, just like going crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
It works for me.
How much stock do you put in momentum going into the tournament? Because there's one team in particular that I feel like all the casuals out there, of which I am not one, it's like a perfect storm of people circulating around this one team because they have the momentum. That's Georgetown. So they won the tournament, right? They won the Big East tournament. And then they've got Patrick Ewing as their head coach. They love Patrick Ewing. They love a guy that goes back to his alma mater. He's their coach, takes the mantle from all the John Thompsons, builds on the program. They've got a cute dog that rides a skateboard across the court. And they've just got one of those names where, like, you remember when you hear Georgetown, you're like, yeah, I remember when they were good, old school, like, tough, hard-nosed, no blood, no foul basketball. I feel like a lot of people are doing that. Plus, they're the 12 seed, so everyone also knows, like, a 12 always beats a 5. So, but I feel like all those people are kind of way off base when it comes to this Georgetown team, because I don't think that this Georgetown team is actually any good at all.
No, they're not. They're not good, but they won the Big East tournament. You got to give them props for that. If you squint enough, the Georgetown looks like the Georgetown of old. Patrick Ewing looks like John Thompson in the right, like it feels very similar. The big guy, the big imposing figure on the sidelines. The other thing working in their favor, they're playing Colorado, a Pac-12 team. So this is old Big East versus Pac-12. We're going to get like a definitive answer on the softness of the West Coast versus the toughness of the East Coast. The thing that scares me about Georgetown is that they seem, not that they shouldn't celebrate winning the Big East tournament, but that seems like it feels like they might be happy to be here, And it feels like they won the Big East. That was like their crowning achievement. This is the trophy they're going to put in their trophy case. When the 12-5 upsets typically happen, the 12 is usually it's usually a situation like Winthrop and Villanova, where it's a small school that's really good and they just didn't play the hardest schedule, so they get a 12 seed. It's not. I don't really love to believe in 12 seeds that are power conference schools. So I don't know, but I also did not think Georgetown was going to win a single game in the Big East tournament. They won 4 in a row, so what the hell do I know?
And the other 12-5 that I think everyone has circled is the Creighton UCSB, because Creighton is the other side of like momentum, where they've completely fallen on their face. Obviously, they had the P word that Doug McDermott dropped, senior. Doug McDermott senior. Let me just throw that out there. UCSB, everyone's picking. I'm always worried with 12-5. I just listen to like the 12s that everyone loves, and I'm like, how is that going to work? Like, Creighton's going to come out and beat them by 100, probably.
Yeah, I don't think UCSB is going to win. Like, the UCSB's won a ton of games, and they're really good. But one of the things that's weird about this season, that's different from typical seasons, when you look at like the mid-majors that are winning a ton of games, a lot of these teams are not playing. They mid-majors typically never play awesome schedules, but they usually like play like a handful of like power conference teams in the non-conference. Because of COVID, there are a lot of teams, like Colgate's the most extreme example. They played like 5 teams.
Yes.
And you look up and you're like, all right, you're 14-1, you're almost undefeated, but at the same time, like, what does this mean? Anything? I have no idea. There's no data points. That's what's terrifying me about this year is like UCSB is a team that I would look at under normal circumstances and say, I might believe in you. But this year, their schedule is really bad. They won a lot of games. They're good. But it would not surprise me at all if Creighton just like blows the doors off them, especially how good Creighton could be when they're good. This is not a fun time. This is the worst part of my job. This is by far the worst part of my job. It's like this week trying to like predict what's going to happen. I don't know.
Yeah, all right, so I just want to note when Mark says that Colgate has played like 4 teams, he's not joking. Their regular season, they played Army 4 times. They played Boston University 4 times. They played Holy Cross 4 times. That was their entire regular season. And then in the conference tournament, they played BU again, and then they added Bucknell and Loyola, Maryland. It's the craziest schedule to look at and be like, wait, they actually literally only played 5 total teams this entire season.
So when Clark Kellogg sees him come up against Arkansas and he starts just giggling because he can't stop thinking about how great that game's going to be and how up-tempo it's going to be, it's actually a pretty small sample size of defenses that Colgate offense has played against.
Yes. It's like Moses Moody is 10,000 times better than any player Colgate has seen this season, and sometimes that matters. That's it's never fun like trying to figure out what the hell is going to happen in this tournament, but trying to suss stuff like that out for this tournament. Also, like trying to remember who's coming off of a COVID pause, who got like better in a COVID. Some teams like got better when they went on pause and they came back and they're like somehow better. Some teams are worse. I can't keep track of it all. I don't know. I don't know. I've learned a lot from Big Cat. You've helped me a lot, Dan, is like watching you fire off your picks and being wrong over and over and still having the courage to step up.
It's terrible,
and just be like, I think this is going to happen.
I cry every
I'm
time.
going down with the ship.
I cry every time I put out I have a burner person now who puts out all my picks because I can't. I shut off the replies. I couldn't. The negative energy was all encompassing when people would just be like, loser, loser, loser. I'd be like, yep, you're right. It is. They're all losers. All of them.
This is a hater's paradise this week for college basketball media haters. They just they're licking their lips, just waiting to see brackets. They're taking receipts left and right, and we got to keep our head on a swivel as media types.
You know what though? To me, it's the man in the arena speech. Like I'm out there firing picks. Okay, you want to tell me that afterwards, that was the dumbest pick ever? I'm out there. I'm stepping up to the plate. I'm fucking firing off picks. Man in the arena, put a jersey on, meet me, and try to do better.
That's LeBron's speech, right?
Yeah, LeBron
actually said that.
Teddy Roosevelt stole it from LeBron afterwards. That is by far my favorite speech that any coach can ever give. It's usually after they just lose. It's just basically saying, you know what, we're not losers because at least we tried.
We tried hard.
It's a participation trophy, but it's in speech form that you give yourself. So I always love that. I want to get you on record about Virginia Tech because I don't know if you saw this. We got dragged. We got caught for an old take
3 years old.
that we had 3 years ago about Virginia Tech not being deserving of a 10 seed. And so we want to get you in the boat with us. This will actually be good. So hopefully Virginia Tech's media department will clip all of this once you tell us how much they're going to lose by against Florida.
Well, this happened to me too, by the way. Michigan State did the exact same thing to me. Took stuff out of context, stuffed it in my face, but whatever. Like Michigan, I said on our show leading up towards the end of the season, the whole point I brought up on the show was that Michigan State still had a path to the tournament. I was like, everyone's burying all these blue bloods. They're saying Duke's done, Kentucky's done. At the time, North Carolina was done. Michigan State can't make the tournament. And I looked at their schedule and I was like, oh my God, they're going to play like 5 top 10 teams team, but whatever it was. I was like, they have a loaded schedule down the stretch. They're not out of it yet. But at the same time, I don't think they're going to be able to beat all these teams. So whatever. And then they clipped the part that I said, I don't think they're going to be able to beat all these teams. And then shoved it in my face.
Yep.
But
so we're all in this together.
I saw that clip. And so everyone's like, well, Michigan State had a video. You didn't say anything about it. Michigan State's video said work left to be done. Virginia Tech tweeted, thanks for doubting us. It's like, yeah, I'm going to keep doubting you guys. You're a 10 seed.
Yeah, but it's good for the show though, right?
It's great. It's great for the show. Honestly, we do stuff like that all the time to people. Like we'll probably take something you say way out of context in this show, and then use that. Well, his blood sugar was spiking, so we don't count that. But yeah, we do that shit all the time, and so I just charge it to the game. It's like I respect what you've done here, Virginia Tech. So wait, how much did you say they were going to lose by again?
I'm very scared. This is a very dangerous trap because Virginia Tech, if they win, they're going to play Ohio State in the second round. So this would be doubly painful for me to just be like, Virginia Tech sucks. Wait, I just said Virginia Tech.
We'll clip that right there.
We'll
send that to
just clip that part.
Wait, that's the entire cut of this interview that we're taking. Virginia Tech sucks.
Okay, so let's talk about your Buckeyes real quick. They just don't play defense.
They don't. Seriously though, do you not think I have this thought, and you're gonna disagree, and it's gonna break my heart, but I genuinely think Ohio State is the most fun team in the country because our offense is incredible. We are so skilled. We're very versatile. Every guy can make threes and put the ball on the floor, and we're very, very good offensively. We play no defense. We choke away leads, and every game we're in seems to be close. Like, how is that not exactly what you want out of a March Madness team as a neutral fan?
Yeah, no, they have absolutely, and they have the big guy who I fucking love, who is a mid-90s reliever through and through with the facial hair and the arm sleeve.
Kyle Young?
Yeah, I love him. I agree
with
you that they are a fun team because every game is just like they could be up 15, they could be down 15. At some point, it's basically like watching Mario Kart. Like, if you're at 8th, you'll get a lightning bolt and you'll be back in first soon.
Oral Roberts has a guard who leads the country in scoring and has had multiple 40-point games this year. That's who we played in the first round. Ooh. And I don't think we're going to lose. Clip that part, by the way.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to lose, but I think it's going to be an awesome game that's going to be worth watching. And even if we win by like 15, I think it's going to be fun to watch. So that's I swear we're fun to watch.
Yeah,
whether we win or not.
I totally agree with you. I've watched many Ohio State games this year, and it's always been. I mean, the Ohio State-Michigan game that they played before the Big Ten tournament was one of the best games of the year by far. Like Iowa-Gonzaga, that one. And the LSU Alabama SEC championship game was up there as well. Let's go other side of the spectrum of fun. Wisconsin Badgers are just brutal to watch. It's rare. Usually I'm used to it because it's like I know what the Badgers do. The only thing that I have talked myself into is that UNC always does have trouble with Virginia. Wisconsin's kind of a Virginia light. Maybe that will be maybe Wisconsin will hit their jump shots and turn Virginia or UNC over, and that's how we win.
Wisconsin feels like a loveless marriage to me. That's the way I would describe it. It's like they all like are looking at each other. They've been together for years, and they're like, this just isn't working. But at the same time, like, let's stay together for the kids and let's just see this thing. And they're waiting for the kids to get out of high school is what they're waiting on. And that's the end of the season. That's going to come on Friday when they lose to North Carolina. And then they're like, all right, we can all go our own ways now. They're best. You realize your best win of the season is Loyola?
No, I know.
You beat Sister
G.
No. That's your best win of the season.
We beat Louisville.
What?
We beat Louisville too. Louisville almost made the tournament. They're the first four out in bubble. No, you're right though. That's a level. That's a perfect analogy. Like the Penn State game, to even go micro on it. The Penn State game was like having some sex and being like, oh, this used to be fun. And then Penn State came back and you're like, oh, this is why we can never have sex because we end up fighting afterwards.
Brad Davison winning the game by calling timeout is like sticking a finger in your butt and you're like, oh, I feel alive again. And then you're like, oh, but at the same time, I don't think that's enough to
yeah, you're right.
Is that the highlight, you think, Brad Davison?
It was actually an unbelievable play by him.
Yeah. Is it the best timeout ever?
It was a fucking great play. And that's the thing, like they'll do things like Trice will just hit a bunch of threes, or Brad Davison will do you're right. It is. I think this is why, and I still am going to root for them. I hope that they win. I like they all are nice guys, but it does feel like something like they've been together for too long. It just doesn't work. Like it should work and it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's the team that, I mean, you remember last year they sucked and then they got hot for like at the end of the season. This is the team that sucked.
Yeah,
like what we're seeing is the team the team they were all along. Yeah,
they were playing the best basketball in the Big Ten last year in the month of February. Like they beat the last game that I watched. They beat Indiana at Indiana to win a share of the Big Ten, and I was like, wow, right. Watch out for them. And then that just disappeared.
I think the most frustrating part about Wisconsin this year is that they're not even interesting in how they're bad. You know what I mean? Like even when they're bad, it's not like I don't feel like I want to call people and talk about what's wrong with Wisconsin. I don't feel like it's just like
it's sad.
It's just like I don't care enough to care.
I can tell because I have like a group text message with my best friends from college, and it's like as the season has gone along, it's now just me and one other guy watching every game. Like everyone's like, I got kids, like I'm gonna opt. Like I don't need to watch Wisconsin lose to Iowa again. Like I'll just sit this one out. Let me know when we're in the tournament.
Mark, I want to ask you about. I want to get you on some more records for some fraud takes here. So,
all right,
I'm just going to have you incriminate yourself. If you were to give, like,
all right, please do.
Okay, you can only pick from teams seeded 1 through 5. Give me your top 4 fraud teams in the tournament.
Frauds 1 through 5. All right, let me see.
Because fraud implies that you should be good. It's different from being a bum.
All right. Houston's my number 1 fraud.
Okay.
They're 24-3. One of their losses was to Wichita State. They lost to East Carolina, I believe, and they lost to Tulsa. These are very bad losses. Houston, I don't know. Houston to me is what people think Gonzaga is. That's what I would say. When you think of Gonzaga as playing nobody, racking up a bunch of wins, and then probably going to flame out early in the tournament, which is not Gonzaga anymore. That was Gonzaga 15 years ago. That's what Houston is now.
I bet
might be good for Houston. Maybe 15 years from now they'll be as good as Gonzaga is now. I don't know.
It won't shock you. I bet on Houston in that ECU game. They were minus 18. It was like it was like a 3:00 game on a Thursday. It's like gotta bet it. But you're right. And the good thing that Houston does is they kick the shit out of bad teams. Like that's I think the Houston wins by 40, and you're like, wow, Houston's incredible. But okay. So what's your second one?
So Houston, the one thing about Houston though, I will say is they have a pretty. I like their draw in the sense of like West Virginia isn't. I like the idea of West Virginia more than I actually like West Virginia because it's you hear that Bob Huggins has a team that can make shots, and you're like, oh my god, that's unstoppable. But then they don't play great defense, and they've been losing a lot of games they shouldn't. Syracuse, San Diego, like that whole region. I like Houston going. I don't know. Houston might surprise me and go to the Elite Eight, but I don't think it's because they're good. I still won't think they're good. So
are you taking
my face, Houston fans?
Are you thinking Rutgers has a chance in the second round?
I actually do. Yeah.
I
think
Rutgers is garbage.
I'm betting on Rutgers. If Rutgers wins the second round game, I win a Bitcoin.
Let me see who else is a fraud. We'll throw Houston out there. To the Tennessee's been a little disappointing up and down. I think I don't know if they're frauds, but like they coming into the season, I felt like they were good enough to maybe make a Final Four run, and they've been just kind of blah. They've been
offense
mediocre.
sucks.
Yeah, their offense is really bad. Their defense isn't. I mean, it's good, but it's not good enough to make up for how bad their offense is. They have potential. Tennessee's a team that like if you catch them on the right night, you're like, this team could be something. But then I don't know.
Wait, so has this season?
I don't love that they're.
Has this season completely swung the pendulum where now it's like if we're relitigating the Shaka Smart, Rick Barnes situation, like if you're Texas, you'd rather have Shaka Smart now?
That's a great question. Would you rather have? I think in the end you'd rather have Shaka Smart because it's just like it was just one of the Rick Barnes tenure at Texas just got to a point where I think that it was just stale, and it was like we don't care if we have the exact same amount of success. We just want to look at a different face on the sideline. That's really where we've arrived as Texas fans.
Related to
Shaka, that's what Shaka was for them.
Relate to your sex life again, please. Like it's missionary, just all missionary all the time, and you're like, you know what? I think we'd both like to look at somebody else. Maybe look at the back of your head every now and again.
Yeah, that's pretty much all. And Shaka is basically doing what I mean. To be fair, I mean Rick Barnes with the Final Four, so right. Shaka still has some work to do to catch what Rick Barnes did there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of other frauds.
Iowa,
Villanova's got to be up there just because they don't have Colin Gillespie anymore. I don't trust Villanova without a point guard. I don't know. Iowa's interesting. I think I believe in Iowa.
Really?
I think they're playing better defense. I just want to believe in them. I think if you don't pay attention, you think Iowa is Luka Garza and a bunch of slow white dudes that don't play defense and just can shoot set shots. And it's kind of true, but not really anymore. Like they play D. I think Joe Wieskamp's going to be an NBA player, and Joe Wieskamp's basically the next Duncan Robinson that everybody's going to look up and be like, where did this guy come from? And everyone that's been paying attention knows that he does not miss, and he's like 6'8", and he's unbelievable. But I don't know. I could see Iowa go. They're not going to make the Final Four because they're in Gonzaga's region, but I could see Iowa making an Elite Eight for sure.
I know what you're saying. They are you think like, oh, classic Iowa team, they're not playing any defense. They play a little bit better, but they still aren't great defensively. My problem is whenever Luka Garza, I don't know if there is that big. Well, USC would be that big guy. Mobley going up against Luka Garza, like I think Mobley would eat him up.
Yeah, he would, but But I think Garza, because part of Iowa's problems down the stretch, and they're not even problems. I mean, you look at like who they're losing to. They're losing to Illinois and like Michigan, and they're losing to great teams. Garza is going to feast on big guys who aren't Kofi Cockburn and Hunter Dickinson and like 7'4" and 300 pounds, and just like they're just chesting each other all game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he needs some undersized guys that he can. I know, but Mobley's skinny, so maybe that's good for Garza. Maybe he'll just like throw his ass into him.
You can just say Micah Potter and Nate Reavers. Go ahead. I know that's what you wanted to say right there.
That's what it is. I mean, Ohio State, Iowa killed Ohio State and Columbus not too long ago. We don't have any big guys, and Garza was killing us. So, yeah, I don't know. I do believe in Iowa, and I understand why people won't want to, but I think it wouldn't surprise me if you looked up and like they are one of the last standing Big Ten teams, even though they feel like they're a level or two below like the upper tier of the Big Ten, So
what about Michigan? You didn't mention Michigan under your fraud watch team, but all the talk has been about Alabama, or it's been about Texas. That's the Harry and Izzy's bracket, the Harry and Izzy's region.
Mm-hmm.
So with Michigan, they're a little banged up, but they are still a 1 seed, but no one's talking about them.
Yeah, Michigan. I think the reason no one's talking about Michigan, it would be Isaiah Livers. Obviously, we don't know if he's going to be. It doesn't seem like he's going to be able to play in the tournament, which really sucks. Also, I think the wind has kind of been taken out of Michigan sails the way they ended the season. They won the Big Ten. I am not putting an asterisk on the Big Ten, but at the same time, I'm going out of my way to say I'm not putting an asterisk on the Big Ten because Michigan won 2 fewer games than Illinois. They got their asses handed to them by Illinois, even when Livers was playing. They turn around and lose at Michigan State. So there were already some warning signs that maybe Michigan had peaked a little too soon, or maybe they weren't quite as good. Because, there was a stretch during the season where people were talking about Michigan being better than Gonzaga. You'd see people on TV, they're like, is Michigan actually the best team in college basketball? And I was scratching my head Gonzaga's beating everybody by 20, so I would probably say until they don't beat teams by 20, they're probably still the best. So Michigan's just kind of come back down to earth, and Illinois is kind of taking that mantle as the hot, sexy Big Ten team. So I think that's kind of what's going on there. I don't know. I don't know what to make of Michigan because they still have a really good team. Even if Livers doesn't play a second in this tournament, they're good enough to win a national title. It's just they're certainly not going to be the same team without him. So we're kind of waiting to see what they're going to look like without him.
I think that's the problem though. Livers is their ceiling is national title with Livers. Without him, it's a totally different. They're still a very good team, but his ability to get shots and he adds that element that every team needs. I think they're a totally different team without him now.
And he's a guy that you're not necessarily keying on in your scouting report because you're focused on Hunter Dickinson or you're focused on Franz Wagner. Livers. It's not to say he's not one of the best players, obviously, but. Part of it is just the trickle down effect of when you have 5 guys that can score and then that gets put and suddenly it's 4 guys that can score. Now the defense can focus on, they have one less guy to worry about that you throw out there. Michigan's throwing out these other big dudes Johns or Austin Davis or whatever might get more minutes and stuff just starts shifting around. And then suddenly, because that would be a lot of Livers would get a ton of open looks and he just knock down threes because you're focused so much on Hunter Dickinson. And now maybe the guy taking those shots isn't Isaiah Livers and it's someone, lower on the pecking order who's not as good. And that's where it really is going to matter. But I don't know, Michigan's still really good. And I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't know. I got to wait and see what happens in the first couple games. I got to, before I start talking myself back into Michigan.
All right. So I've talked, I didn't really talk shit. I just kept on bumping Gonzaga down on my top 10 just to get people talking. I knew the whole time I was basically old take exposing myself because I know Gonzaga is by far and away the best team this year. What is the scenario where they do get knocked out? Because I see them going to the Final Four, and I guess you could make the argument that in the Final Four, if there's 4 really good teams, no Cinderella, of course anyone could beat anyone. Iowa actually did play Gonzaga really well in that game in whatever it was, December. But what is the scenario where Gonzaga gets bounced? Or is it not? Is there no scenario? They're going to win it.
I think they're not breaking a sweat to the Elite Eight. And even then they're probably going to play, even if it looks like they're going to play Iowa or Kansas the way if the bracket stays true to form. They've already beat both those teams, beat them rather easily. I don't know. That doesn't always necessarily mean anything, by the way. In 2016, I think it was, Oklahoma beat the hell out of Villanova early in the season. They did a rematch in the Final Four, and Villanova beat the brakes off them. So who the hell knows? But the way Gonzaga loses, if I'm trying to think of ways they get tripped up. Creighton maybe in the Sweet 16, it's just an up and down. They're both great offensively, and Creighton they just match shot for shot, and Gonzaga's we're fine, and then they miss a couple shots, and because Creighton has scores, Creighton can fill it up when they get hot. So maybe, but that's not going to happen. They don't play. Gonzaga does let their foot off the gas defensively. They don't have necessarily a rim protector like Drew. They don't have a guy that's swatting shots. So if you can penetrate on them, which is easier said than done, maybe that's it. But I don't know, man. They're good. They're very good. And I am not a Gonzaga fan. I'm not trying to stick my chest out and say this team's definitely going to go undefeated. I don't care. It's not, if they lose, it's not going to break my heart. I just feel like it's my duty to give people a PSA that if you think Gonzaga is just like every other Gonzaga team, in your mind, you're a moron. I do think that, like this is not 2006 Gonzaga. This isn't even 2013, 2017. This team would beat the 2017 team that was 2 minutes away from a national title, by the way. This team would beat them by like 10, 15 probably, I think. Like they're so much better. They're so good. This is all you need to say. This is what you need. This is how you would phrase it. They had 4 guys that were top 5 at their position in the country this year. Yeah. 4 of their starting 5 were on the finalist list for their position in the country, in the entire country. And I think 2 or 3 of them are going to win their award. So it's disgusting. They're very good. I think it is Gonzaga versus the field. And every time I say that, people like come back at me as though I'm a moron, and they're like, yeah, but Kentucky lost. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't say they're not going to lose. Kentucky in 2015 lost. Mm-hmm. I didn't say Gonzaga's not going to lose. I just
I agree with you though. They're so much better than everyone, and they do have like their bracket, which you should do for the team that is the number 1 overall seed should have an easier bracket. The only team I would say that I'll throw out there, Kansas was playing really good basketball before they got shut down with COVID. Mm-hmm. Now, they would meet Gonzaga in the Elite Eight, so it would be the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, and Kansas playing really good basketball, but Bill Self being in the Elite Eight, which means he will pee down his leg. But that would be the only team I could see. I mean, I guess I'm just shitting on Iowa here. Whatever. Old habits die hard. But I do think people forgot about Kansas and that they were playing a lot better down the stretch, and then the COVID thing in the Big 12 tournament kind of stole that from them.
Yeah, Kansas also was victim to all the talk about the blue blood sucking, and like how every time Kentucky would lose a game, it's like Kansas and North Carolina and everyone else would have to wear it because everyone wanted to talk about how bad the blue bloods are, and Kansas fans are like, no, hang on, we're not that bad, right? You know, like we're not winning 8 games this year. We're still a decent team. We're just not as good as we were last year. I in all honesty, Gonzaga, I see them not even breaking a sweat. And so I would not be surprised if Gonzaga even has if this is 2018 Villanova all over again, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Gonzaga, and again, I'm not telling everybody like it's not bravado. That's just like, it's, I don't know. Everyone's been wanting to make it interesting all season. Every time a Big Ten team wins 3 or 4 games in a row, we're like, this team could maybe challenge Gonzaga. I don't know. We'll see. And then they fall off a cliff, and then a new Big Ten team rises up. But yeah, they're awesome, man. So, but here's my question to you, Dan, as a Big Ten guy. We are both Big Ten guys. Do you feel the pressure given how good the Big Ten is this year? Because this feels like a season that Gonzaga has to win the national title, or people will never shut up about it. Like they'll say you'll never win a national title if you don't win it this year. I feel like the same is true of the Big Ten with how often everyone talked about how dominant the Big Ten is. We have 4 teams in the top 10 at all times. We have, and the whole tournament's taking place in Big Ten country. We have to win the title too, right?
Yeah. So I guess my answer to that would be I do feel the pressure, but I also know at the end of the day, if the Big Ten gets eliminated in a terrible fashion, I'll just go to my trusty, tried, true method of deflect and ignore. So I'll just figure out a way to spin it, deflect and ignore, figure out, hey, Gonzaga. Oh, you know what?
Here we go. They beat each other up all season.
I got one right now. Gonzaga's best player, Jalen Suggs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where's he from?
Ooh, good point.
Minnesota.
Great point.
Big Ten country.
Great point.
There you go. I do this for a living. Like that's a Big Ten win. If Gonzaga wins, that's a Big Ten win. That's just Richard Pitino's fault for not getting him. We can't be. Richard Pitino's not in the Big Ten anymore, so we can't be held accountable for the fact that there was an incompetent coach that couldn't keep Jalen Suggs in state in the Big Ten.
He wasn't Big Ten strong.
Exactly. So this is Richard Pitino's fault. No one else. And guess what? We've already rid ourselves from Richard Pitino. He's at New Mexico now. So there's the spin zone. Boom. It's easy as that.
That's a great point. I like that. It just feels inevitable to me that Gonzaga is going to beat a Big Ten team in the title game. And I don't know what Big Ten team it's going to be, but Ohio State's on the right side of the bracket for that to happen. So I'm crossing my fingers. But that's what we do. We do it better than any conference in the country. No conference in the country is as good at losing title games as Big Ten.
Yeah, you know what actually is going to happen? The real way it will happen is that Gonzaga beats Iowa in the Elite Eight, beats Michigan in the Final Four, and beats Illinois in the championship game. And it's like a clean sweep of the Big Ten, and I'm sitting there like, I don't even like college basketball. What are you guys talking about with the NBA playoffs?
It's Gonzaga and 3 Big Ten teams, in the Final Four. And Gonzaga wins both games by 20. It's like, damn it.
So you said they've got 5 or 4 players that are in the top 5 of their position. How many Mr. Basketballs do they have?
That's a great point too. How many Indiana Mr. Basketball? How many guys who grew up playing? How many guys won Indiana State high school basketball titles?
Right. I feel everyone's a Mr. Basketball. It's like saying somebody, he was a Golden Gloves fighter when you talk about a professional athlete.
Everyone is also a number 1 recruit of some sort, because you could do number 1 recruit at your position, number 1 in your state, number 1 in whatever, and they go around a lot. Mr. Basket. That's a good point.
How does
or
one
former quarterback?
Yeah. How does one win Mr. Basketball? I know a few states have it. It's like Ohio has it, Indiana has it. There are a couple others too.
Illinois has it. I don't know. I think you're just the best player in the state. I think that's pretty much it.
Ready for this? Jalen Suggs, I just looked it up. He won Mr. Basketball and Mr. Football.
Yeah.
And Richard Pitino couldn't keep him in state. This is a Big Ten title. This is the most big. He's a football player. He's the most Big Ten player that's ever not played in the Big Ten. I'm now rooting for Gonzaga. I am officially a Gonzaga fan because they are part of the Big Ten.
Yeah, and also when Duke beat your beloved Wisconsin team in 2015, Titus Jones is from Minnesota. Jaleel Okafor is from Chicago.
Yep.
So there you go. That one counted for us.
Yeah, and guess what? Spokane, Washington being in the Big Ten makes just as much sense as fucking Rutgers. Like, so who cares?
That's a good point.
They're in.
That's a good point.
They're part of the Big Ten.
That's a good point.
I'm in. Go ahead, PFT.
Just I want to get you on the record for a Wednesday night pick or for a Thursday night pick. It's Play-In, Mr. Play-In, the Play-In guru, Mark Titus.
Yeah, they do call you that.
You know everything about the Play-In games. So
that would be a good brand, right? Like if you were the guy that
that's you.
That is an untapped that's a freebie for Jake. Maybe Jake March takes this brand and runs with it, where he's like, I am Mr. Play-In. And like he just goes all in on like the 4, and then as soon as the playing games are over, he wipes his hands. He's like, "Have fun, everybody, with the rest of the tournament. I'm out.
My job is done."
How's your bracket? He has a play-in bracket on as well. He's a Tom Lenardi of play-ins.
My 1 seeds in the play-in games here.
But so I mean, the big one it's Izzo against Cronin. It's 2 big coaches, 2 big names. Michigan State, UCLA. Give us your lock on the playing game.
I like Michigan State. UCLA is free falling. They were pretty good a couple months ago, and that's never something you want to say about a team in March. I think lock me in on Michigan State winning, especially because if I don't say Michigan State's going to win and they do win, I'll have it thrown back in my face. So
okay,
and UCLA fans don't care.
Yes.
Yeah.
They UCLA's finished. I think they're on 4-game losing streak. They were ranked, and then they just kind of fell off the face of the earth, and they lost. So they got bounced by Oregon State, who that one still is shocking to me. Shout out to Beavs. All right, any other like sneaky teams that you got on circled or whatever to break down, help people fill out their bracket?
Yeah, I like Ohio. Ohio is a team I believe in, but I'm very biased. The head coach at OU was an assistant at Ohio State when I was there, and he's awesome. And they have a dude, Jason Preston, who's going to be the best player on the floor against Virginia. I know Virginia's favored, and Virginia. Yeah, I picked that. I picked that as an upset. Just I thought, what the hell? Virginia's coming off a COVID pause, and I think Ohio is going to have the best player on the floor in that game. So that's enough for me. And I love the head coach. So I really like Ohio. I'm trying to think of who else. I don't know what to do with Oklahoma State because, boy, it feels like the stars are aligning for something special to happen here with Cade Cunningham. I don't know how much you guys have watched this dude, but he is every bit as good as he was made out to be. I've really enjoyed him. So I know they're a 4 seed, but that feels right. I mean, like, what was Carmelo in 2003? Weren't they like a 3 seed? And when he took him to the title game,
I can't remember, but I agree with you there, especially because that Tennessee-Oregon State game, like Oklahoma State should get to the Sweet 16.
UConn's another one. I
Yep.
remember I came on the show before the season, and you said pick a team that's going to win the national title. I said Gonzaga, and you said, "Come on, have some fun, pick someone that's not ranked." And I said, "Well, keep an eye on UConn." It's kind of the stars are sort of aligning for UConn as well. I wanted them to win the Big East title. If they won the Big East title, I would have picked UConn to win the national championship, I think. But Creighton got the better of them. They had like 3 shots to tie the game at the end. They all missed. But
wide open.
I like
too.
UConn. Yeah, I know. That was brutal. I like UConn's draw. I do like Alabama. That's not a slight against Alabama, but I like a matchup with but Maryland's going to be tough in the first round for UConn. So I don't know. Like I'm talking myself into UConn still having a shot here as a dark horse. I don't know. I'm all over the place. I really do. Like at the end of the day, I just come back to Gonzaga and I'm like, it's just a fun distraction to give Gonzaga a trophy in 3 weeks.
So if Gonzaga, if they didn't exist, who would you pick?
If Gonzaga didn't exist, who would I pick?
We could just keep doing this till.
Can I say the winner? Can I say the winner of Illinois Oklahoma State in the Sweet 16? I would pick one of those two teams. Whoever wins that game. If Gonzaga is going to lose, I think whoever wins Illinois Oklahoma State, I'm riding that in the Sweet 16.
Do you? Let me ask you this about Illinois real quick, because I find myself like, Billy, you have your hands on your pants?
Yeah, he does.
Okay. I literally just caught it in the corner of my eye.
Billy was scratching his penis.
It's always tough because when you play a Big Ten schedule, you start to hate all the teams. But watching Io and Kofi Coburn play, I've always liked Brad Underwood, but Io is so much fun to watch. And I don't know. It's just this isn't even a question. It's just fun to watch. You find yourself being like, I don't hate them because I think he's so much fun to watch.
I know. Yeah, that was the most frustrating part. Ohio State losing the Big Ten title game in overtime. A very heartbreaking loss. Watching the Buckeyes blow it down the stretch, and I wasn't even really that mad because I was like, this is great for Illinois. And also just Illinois didn't win the Big Ten, but they felt like they should have the regular season. So I was like, I can't even really be that mad. This team's pretty likable. Though I am a little worried though, Big Cat, that like it feels almost this has happened all season with the Big Ten teams. It happened to Ohio State. It happened to Michigan. It happened to Wisconsin when you guys beat Louisville. I feel like Iowa had their moment where suddenly you look up and you're like, oh my God, we might be the best team in the country right now. Like we play in the best conference. We're kicking everyone's ass. We are so good. And then every single one of them falls back down to earth. And that's what I'm worried about Illinois is like, you don't want to be feeling yourself too much. And I don't know because that's bitten every other, like that. It's ruined all of it. I'm worried about a Big Ten bubble too. I'm worried that like all these teams in the Big Ten just like beat each other and we're convinced that they're all like really good. And I don't know. The bar's been set so high for the Big Ten. I don't know how we're going to top it. We have to basically get 3 teams in the Final Four or else everyone's going to say you guys were overrated this year. Just
follow my lead. I'll be the lead blocker. I'll come out with spin zones.
Please.
But I like that answer. The winner of Illinois, Oklahoma State would win if you eliminated Gonzaga. I like that answer.
Yeah. I also feel like if your state touches a Big Ten state, then that should count as well because in theory you are a target school. You could play in the Big Ten.
Right. You're a breeding ground.
You're breeding ground. Yeah, exactly. You're Big Ten adjacent. You're large 10.
Who do you got? You guys filled out your brackets. Who do you got?
I probably will take Gonzaga Gonzaga's going to win it all. I agree with you. Like, I think they are that good, and I do see, like, flaws in all the other teams. Like, we haven't even talked about Baylor. And Baylor, they're a different team after COVID than they were before. And I don't know if they can, like, find what they had before COVID. So that's a big question mark to me. I would say,
I like Illinois, but I'm just taking Illinois because I want to have something different, not Gonzaga in the final. Because I don't have any confidence in my picks, like in the first and second rounds, being that much better than everybody else's picks. That I'll just be able to take Gonzaga and chalk the rest of the way. I also just like if there's a dominant big guy, I can talk myself into like if that guy brings his A game every single game, he can't be stopped, and that's what Coburn is.
That sounds like a Rovell tweet of like analytics of like actually you're better off not picking the team that everyone else is going to pick.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
It is true. No, that is totally.
I mean, it's basically what we've been saying the whole time, which is Gonzaga. We all think Gonzaga is going to win.
Yeah,
but I'm saying I know that I suck at picking the earlier games, so I'm just gonna. I want to bet on something different. I'll put it this way.
How about this?
The value's better for Illinois. They're like plus 700 to win the tournament. So I want to make more money that way.
Here's the real question. So first game, I believe, tips off at noon 15 on Friday. So 12:15 Eastern, I believe. So over under 3:30 that you fire off the there goes my bracket tweet.
I already did it. Right when they announced the bracket. I'm already done. I got it out of the way. You got to get out of the way right away. That's the way to do it. All right, I have one last question for you, Mark, because I can't believe we didn't even throw this out there. I actually have a team. It's the Roback question. Thank you, Liam. The Roback question brought to you by Roback.com for 20% off your first purchase. RHOBACK.com. And for our guest today, Billy, can you get the Roback thing? Can you get it? Roback.com. Use it, 20% off. Look, Mark, we have this for you. It is a Roback quarter zip. You have to come to New York to get it, but it is here for you. We're going to put it in a little cubby and says, Mark Titus, do not touch. So you got that.
You're gonna put it next to the PMT shirt that I asked you for in 2017.
That's on the way. That's on the way. Don't worry about that.
That's still in the mail. Okay.
I can't believe we didn't throw this out. I have a dark horse. Team that I want to throw out there because they are technically, the Ken Pom has become the most popular guy in the world. Everyone is on that site. It doesn't feel like 10 years ago, like, I know Ken Pom. Purdue does technically rank top 25 in offensive efficiency and defensive efficiency. They have those two tall guys. They basically build them in a fucking factory where it's like every year they just have a new 7-footer who's lanky and frustrates everyone's. Purdue is like, I don't know. I mean, we shit on Purdue. Both of us shit on Purdue a lot, but Purdue's
a great sleeper pick. Purdue, I mean, you saw, if you watched the Ohio State game in the Big Ten tournament, the last game that Purdue played, they're down 18 at halftime. They don't give up. They claw back into games. Like they're very young, and they're so young. They almost like don't understand when you're supposed to fold. Like you have no chance of winning this game, so stop playing, please. Like they're like, no, we're just gonna keep playing hard and look up, and maybe it'll be close in the end. Travion Williams is awesome. He's a great big dude. They have shooters. They have guys that can go one-on-one. Ivy was great. He's a guy you can just throw the ball to, and he's like, all right, I'll go get a bucket. And Matt Painter, it's weird because like Matt Painter for a long time was a guy that like you didn't trust in the tournament, and it's always interesting when narratives kind of flip on their head. Now like people, Matt Painter's like the second best coach behind Izzo probably in the Big Ten.
Well,
and
you know what it is?
Yeah.
He basically won like a half a national title by playing Virginia the toughest when they won a national title.
They have that banner actually in Mackey Arena that says "We played Virginia the toughest."
That seriously counts. Like I think that Bo Ryan was like, I feel like people started respecting Bo Ryan when he played that Sean May UNC team in the Elite Eight better than anyone else, and everyone's like, "Oh, look at Bo Ryan." So like a close loss can do something for your street cred.
I also think he's gotten less sweaty over the years.
Yeah,
Matt Painter used to be like a top 5 college basketball sweat guy, like the old school Gary Williams type. And now I don't know if I don't want to say it's like a Prince Andrew situation, but he stopped sweating. Mm-hmm. He doesn't sweat anymore, and you look more presentable, and people I think put more clout in you.
He also we should make the note that the whole tournament's taking place in Indiana, so I don't know what kind of advantage Purdue's going to have there. You have to think that the fans, whatever fans they allow in the building, Purdue's going to tip the scales in their favor. They're going to probably play Baylor in the Sweet 16, as you said, Dan. Baylor has been a dominant team for most of the season, but since they've come back, their defense hasn't been awesome. So who knows what that's going to look like. Purdue's a good pick. Purdue's a good sleeper pick, I think.
It's also, we're at the point now, we're taping this on Tuesday, but you basically spend all week just trying to find, like, what's the team? And you just outthink yourself. It's like going back to the Gonzaga pick. Like, you don't have to find some crazy upset. Maybe it's just Gonzaga's really, really good. Maybe the Big Ten is really, really good, which I have my doubts as well. But, like, sometimes, it's a weird season, but you just go with what the teams that have been consistent all year.
Yeah. Alabama, we didn't talk much about Alabama, and I said UConn has a chance against Alabama, and I like UConn and all that, but Alabama is good enough to win a national title, and I think Alabama fans know that, but they have the formula as well. They shoot basically nothing but threes and layups, and they play unbelievable defense, and you add all that up, and that's pretty good too. So I wanted to shout out Alabama. I didn't talk about them enough, but I think that's it. I think we hit the national champion somewhere in there. I think we threw a wide net. I think
we talked about almost every team.
Arkansas.
I think we can clip it up. When all those other teams come at our necks, we can at least find the one clip where we're like, I like this team. And then we tweet that out and we say, suck it, haters.
I would like to see that. A team that wins actually like take a clip of us talking about them and be like, thank you, pardon my take, and Mark Titus.
Right.
You inspired
Thank you for believing in us.
Yes.
Yeah. Arkansas. We got to say Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Just throw that
They're
out
my
there.
sleeper team.
Yeah. And also Kansas. Let's just say the names real quick. Texas.
I truly believe in West Virginia.
Yep. Oklahoma State. Texas Tech. We're not even going to say.
Guys, do not be shocked. Do not be shocked if Syracuse puts it all together and wins a few games. Makes it into the second weekend.
Yep. I like that.
I think BYU can do it.
Yeah. Totally.
I've long been a believer in Coach Izzo as well.
BYU has one of the old Purdue guys, Matt Harms.
That's right.
Fucking annoying as shit.
And they just rescheduled him so they don't have to play a game on Sunday. That's huge. That's big momentum for him.
I don't think BYU. I don't think Big Cat's saying BYU has that guy who's fucking annoying as shit is going to make it into BYU.
Yeah, fuck. I forgot what we were doing. I literally just got triggered by big Purdue guys, and I couldn't stick to the script.
I think Georgetown. They got the pedigree.
Yes,
that's right.
They're hot.
That's right.
I
think
man.
we did it. All right. Well, hey, before I go, Billy, I wanted to shout out Billy. I know this is old news in your guys' world, but I for kicking Jose's ass, I bought the fight. I watched the whole fight, all 10 seconds of it, and I don't know. I want to admit that I bought the fight just to watch Billy die, and I just wanted to eat my words and tip my cap to Billy and say.
Well, this is perfect because Billy in true Billy form just walked out of the room with no explanation.
That's so good. That's so good.
We're going to cut this part out so he actually doesn't listen.
No, we'll leave it. He won't listen. Yeah, it's
leave it in. He won't listen. He has no idea.
When Billy gets a genuine compliment, he's not here to receive it.
I literally only bought the fight because of Billy. Like, I just wanted to see whether he died. I was like, I'm curious to see if this kid can go at all. And then
I love it. It's like his dad turning back to Billy. I never tell you this, but I love you, son.
Oh, man.
Incredible.
Anyway.
All right. Well, thank you, Mark. We appreciate it. Titus and Tate, go listen to it. They go into depth about everything in college basketball. Great time to listen. They do everything, though. So you can listen
I wanted to plug something else before I go. I'm hosting this 3x3U tournament at the Final Four, and I'm not doing this because I want to plug it just because I genuinely think it's awesome and it's fun, and I think people should watch it. So you've gone, Dan. You've seen it.
It's fun. Yes.
All people do is jack threes or try to dunk on each other. And and I'm hosting that again this year. And they I don't know. I wanted to plug that because I think people would enjoy watching that. So there you go. That's coming up in a few weeks.
And it's one last time to see your favorite college players. Ethan Happ was in it 2 years ago. Yeah. So it is a good time. Yeah.
Anyway, all right, you guys are the best. Thanks for having me. Brad Stevens.u. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Love you, Titus.
See ya.
Mark Titus was brought to you by 3Chi. We love 3Chi. 3Chi is the industry leader in Delta-8 THC products. All their products are formulated by a biochemist. They're made right here in the United States with USA-grown hemp. 3Chi's Delta-8 is a federally legal version of THC. It's a much more functional alternative to marijuana. You get an amazing buzz. You get a great body feel, but you get a clear head. You get less anxiety. You get less paranoia. It's available online at 3chi.com. That's the number 3chi.com. And at select retailers around the country. You have to be 21 because, remember, it's not CBD. It's psychoactive. It's going to give you a buzz. So please use it responsibly. It will make you feel great. It's a great alternative to traditional marijuana. Their Delta-8 will make you feel amazing. I like taking it before bed. I like taking it on a Friday night if I'm trying to unwind. It's just good to just have a gummy, hit the vape for a second, and just melt into my couch. So you can get their Delta-8 vapes, gummies, and tinctures so you can make your homemade edibles by going to 3chi.com. That's the number 3chi.com, and use promo code PARDON at checkout. Promo code PARDON at checkout. Get 5% off your order at 3chi.com. I'm not a drug guy, but I am a 3Chi guy.
Okay, let's wrap up the show. We got FAQs. I misspoke at the beginning. I said guys on chicks.
Let's just pretend these are all from girls.
Yeah, let's pretend these are all from girls. I also like the idea sometimes when we do something in the show where we say, we're going to do this today, and then we just don't do it. Mm-hmm. And it just I imagine there's just one guy who's listening who's super high and just sits there staring at his phone like, he said guys on chicks, and there's no guys on chicks.
Those are the lost tapes. He tries to fast forward through the inning. And actually, studies have shown that if you make a list of stuff to do at the beginning of your day, it's better for your mind, even if you don't do all of them. Mm-hmm. So, we might say that we're going to do stuff sometime. That's just for our own mental health.
Yes.
Okay.
Hank.
Why is Big Cat so bad at gambling? And when is he going to talk himself into Wisconsin making a run only to get crushed?
Okay. First, I'll do the second question first. I have talked myself into Wisconsin making a run. I actually did that this morning. Taping this on Tuesday night. I did that this morning. I said to myself, you know what? Roy Williams, like, he's not a good coach. They're going to fucking turn the ball over. They're going to win. They're going to hit their jump shots. So I've done that. Yeah, I'm bad at gambling. What do you want me to say? Everyone's bad at gambling. You're supposed to do it for entertainment. 1-800-GAMBLER if you have a problem. I don't know. Have you?
You know, I'll say this about Big Cat. He's bad at gambling. Yeah. You know, some people out there like Big Cat really stinks at gambling. And you know what? They're right. But he's responsibly bad at gambling.
Yeah, and I never give up.
You are the worst responsible gambler that I know.
I'm fine with that. Here's the thing. I think it's way worse to be bad at gambling and pretend you're good. That's like a terrible person to be. Then I just tell it how it is. Like, maybe every once in a while I'll get hot and I'll tell you I'm hot, but we all know where this is going to end up. It's going to be me losing. But guess what? I have fun. I enjoy it. It's my number one hobby in life. I love it. I'll never stop doing it. I fucking love it. That's it.
I would say the gambling, telling people your records, it's a lot like height size. So even if a guy can be 6'7", and the program will always say 6'8" or 6'9" on it. If a guy is like, the guys you got to watch out for are the ones who are like 5'8", and then they tell everybody that they're 5'10". It's like, that's a red flag. Now you, on the other hand, you're like, yeah, if I were to extrapolate to height, you're like, I'm 5'8", but in reality you're 5'7".
Right.
Which is a great
more
person.
Like 4'11".
Yeah.
I also, just as a clue to everyone, because I do think people like will sometimes be like, oh, I found this guy who's really hot. The people who are really good at gambling, they don't talk about it. They don't exist out in the open. So just know that when you get into it. If you're tailing my picks, I'm not good, and at least I'm honest about that.
Have you considered moving the PMT studio to another location, i.e. Miami, or another spot where the cost of living / taxes aren't so ridiculously high? Yes. I know there's a lot going on at the main studio in New York City as far as content, but the pandemic has shown you guys can still push out content regardless. Mm-hmm. Could be cool to have a secondary Barca location somewhere warm.
Maybe
I did not write that.
Maybe in Scituate, Massachusetts.
Yeah, you wrote that question.
Have you considered moving
Texas?
it in?
It's cold there.
So
LA.
Yeah, the answer is yes. In fact, I was just having this conversation the other day,
would be sick.
where if we were smart,
Miami would be sick.
At the start of the COVID situation, this year would have been perfect for us to just not be in New York City for like an entire calendar year. But we were like, who knows? Like, we didn't know that we were going to be out of the office until August or September, or however long it was. So, yes, I think about it every single day of my life.
I also have a child.
Yes.
So I can't just, like, get up and move for the COVID thing. Like, hey, let's just go to Miami and bro out. Would be tough.
Yeah, well, you could Skype in to me and Hank.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
FAQ, why and how did Big Cat start clapping to begin every show / interview?
That was actually Rundown.
Yeah.
Because Hank used to make me clap on the Rundown, and then for some reason in my head, it's like Pavlov's dogs, where I can't start taping anything until I clap. And Hank told me, he broke my heart like 3 years ago. He's like, you don't need to do that. But I still do it.
Right.
Sometimes they'll come out with the slate. If we're filming something, they'll slate it, and then the guy will walk off, and I'll clap, right? And I'll fucking steal his job.
Yeah, it was an A-Rod Corp thing. It was like, we do the slate, and then make it we're good, and then you're like, all right, 3, 2, 1, clap.
Yeah, I have to clap. I don't know. Something's wrong with me.
Hey guys, hope PFT's foot is all better. What's the worst injury anyone on the show has suffered in the pursuit of content?
Ooh, in the pursuit of content,
Buckled septum.
I think Liam was coming to work when he broke his foot.
Yeah.
Allegedly got hit by a car.
He ran. I think Liam ran into the car. Mm-hmm. I don't think the car hit him.
You should see the car.
Yeah, fucked.
Billy almost died in the ring. Thank God he survived.
That's true.
Yep.
It's actually really tough when you get a paper cut and you have to blog and you have to type. Mm-hmm. That's happened to me a few times.
I did break a rib at Demolition Derby back in the day.
What?
Yeah.
No, you did.
Yes, I did. I had a fucking broken rib.
What?
That's why I'm a rib expert, bro.
I don't remember that.
I remember that because I had a broken rib. Might have been very badly bruised.
You remember Grit Week? Like in California?
When you nut tapped me? Yeah, that. No, he broke my balls.
That was not California. That was Indy. That was outside the fountain. This was on the beach. I tried to do the worm on the beach, and I broke my rib.
You did hurt yourself very badly.
I went to the hospital.
Yes.
They x-rayed me. I actually had a fractured rib trying to do the worm on the beach because I didn't know.
Jesus.
I had never done the worm before, so I was like, fuck, it looks easy. I'll try. I didn't know that you land like on your legs and then you ease your way down to your chest. I just did a swan dive into the hard sand. I think I'm probably the only person that's broke a rib doing yoga.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Sup, fellas. Question for PFT. Is your vision fucked up from wearing sunglasses all the time?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. And I can blame everything wrong that I do on my bad vision, too. So, like, if I suck at Warzone, yeah, my eyes suck because they're shielded from light all the time. But, yeah, absolutely. When I take my glasses off after a show's over, I'm pretty much walking around like I'm blind.
Do you ever worry that our ears, too? Like, I've talked to people in the industry, and they're like, yeah, my hearing is shot because I've just had headphones on for... I never thought of that. But we're probably fucked in that regard, too.
That sounds like it's soft to me. That sounds like a
all
soft
right. Well, then I'll
excuse.
name the name, Scott Van Pelt.
Yeah, that's soft, Scott. Scott doesn't even really wear earphones all
Well,
the
he did. Used to.
Headphones.
He used to do radio.
2 hours a day, 3 hours a day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That might be... How old is he? When's his birthday?
72?
Yeah, his birthday was last week, right?
Yeah, 72. He was born in 1919.
Mm-hmm.
How did the joke of PFT being in his 20s start?
Because
you're in a midlife crisis.
I'm not actually in a midlife crisis, but I don't feel like I'm 36. So when I turned 35, I was like, hey, no big deal, I'm 35. But then for some reason, when I saw the 6, I was just like, that's late 30s. That's old, and I don't feel old.
It started with Kevin Stefanski when we were saying he was 38. It was like, that's old. And I was like, dude, we're 36. And like, well, I don't feel 36.
Yeah, I
and
honestly
it just went from there.
I feel like I'm 28. I really do. Honestly, I feel I'm 28.
I'm going to let you work through
I'm 28.
When you said,
bro, beach house
a couple weeks ago, when you're like, I can't wait to lose my credit card at a bar again. I'm
hell
like,
yeah.
That's not something you should be doing at 36.
LIVIN. I'm still living, baby.
Yeah,
I'm still living. Listen, you can be big negative all you want. I'm going to be having a beach house. I'm going to be tearing it up.
I'm not being negative. I'm letting you go through
I'm not putting a shirt on for the entire month of July.
I didn't say
have a six-pack. You're going to be able to grate cheese on my belly.
I didn't say
TRT.
anything.
I'm taking TRT.
I'm cool with you
We're
working
being
yourself
the XFL next year.
When you wanted to wear a cowboy hat, I was like, do it. I didn't say a word after that.
No.
Wait, I did not say
you
what.
You were anti-cowboy hat.
And then I said to you, I won't say a word. And I did not say a single word every day when you came in the studio and then put on your cowboy hat and then took it off and then put it back on.
I got tons of
I didn't say a
compliments
fucking word.
hat.
I did not. I'm going to let you work through
Everyone
whatever you got to work
hat.
through.
Who schedules the interviews, and how do you constantly have 3 solid interviews lined up week after week?
Shout out Kelly and Peggy.
Wow, Hank went straight for Peggy.
Shout out Kelly and Peggy.
Kelly's
and
going to
us.
put out
We do
her own
some too.
old takes exposed on Hank. Yeah, Peggy, Kelly, great guest booker. It actually is the easiest part of our show, or the part that's gotten easiest over the course of the last 5 years. Because we used to book every single guest ourselves.
The worst.
And then people would be like, why are these guys texting me again? Especially at the start.
Mm-hmm. We still do some. I mean, we still do.
Probably like 75-25.
Yeah.
Can you guys do an episode or at least an extended segment where you all pretend to be / mimic each other? Like Big Cat would be Billy, Billy would be Jake, Jake would be PFT, PFT would be Hank, and Hank would be Big Cat. Something along those lines where you did the SpongeBob table read or Breaking Bad scene read.
Wait,
with all the voices.
How does that go again?
Big Cat would be Billy, Billy would be Jake, Jake would be PFT, PFT would be Hank, Hank would be Big Cat.
Okay. Ready, go.
Hey, guys.
Wait, what? Was you Jake?
Oh, God.
Wait, who are you?
I just shit myself, but I'm going to blame it on PFT.
Wait, who's Billy? Who's Billy?
Billy's Jake.
Billy
my God, that was... Wow. That was really mean.
I don't really know how to do Jake voice.
Bro, literally, I was in war mode.
I suck at video games, and my dog always has a boner.
All right, let's go to the next question.
Wait, this next question...
This is a quick way for us to all hate each other.
This next question is brought to you by Stool Streams.
This is a quick way to hate each other.
Speaking of which, you should download the Play Barstool.
Yes,
right now.
do it.
Hey, Big Daddy Cat, PF, Squee, and Honk. Before every game, retired NBA shooting guard Jason Terry this is too much information. He would sleep in his opponent's shorts. Alex Ovechkin of the Washington Capitals said that he reportedly likes to try and have sex before and after every game. Jason John used to try and break hitting slumps by wearing a golden thong to games. What pre- or post-show rituals do you all have that AWLs may not be aware of?
The cookie.
We slap each other in the face like Marshall Henderson.
And then
stand in the hallway and just hit me harder.
Right as we finish. So we finish. It varies because sometimes when it's super late, we won't do it. But we all get together and we just do one quick kiss right in the middle. So it's like a 6-way. It's gotten harder because it's 6 of us now. Mm-hmm. So it's just a quick mwah. And then we kiss and we say, see you guys tomorrow.
Yep. Later, buddies. We used to play light as a feather, stiff as a board before the show, too. That was fun. Those were the days.
Trust falls every day.
We go on a 2-week vacation every year together.
Don't even joke about it.
Don't even say the V word.
What are those? What's the deal with those camps? Like, how come every business in America is like, you know what's going to make my salespeople better? I'm going to have them go take a zip line.
I think it's really they want to give everyone. It's what's the old Rome thing? Feed them. What is it? Bread and circus. It's bread and circus.
Bread and circus.
Yeah, they basically are like, we'll just
cake.
feed them and throw free drinks at their ass. Have them do a couple games, and they'll be like, "Wow, this job's really sick."
Yeah, you know what's a great thing for your PR organization is just strap them into a belay for 3 hours.
Yeah,
once a year.
Last one, 2-parter. What is PFT's hair routine, and will he ever cut it? And will Big Cat ever have any of the PMT crew babysit Little Cat?
They can.
Really?
Yeah,
Billy.
Maybe not Billy.
What's the order? Power rank.
Yeah.
PFT one. No, Jake might be one.
Damn.
Jake, actually, you
agree.
agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I know.
Jake is one.
I know
CPR. Shut up, Billy.
That's fair.
Jake is 1. PFT's 2. Hank is 3. Now I was thinking about it, but Hank is definitely 3.
I know CPR.
Then there's a big drop off to Bubba, who still can't stop getting hit by cars. Then there's a huge drop off to Billy.
I'm the only one who could save his
Billy,
life. Billy,
you would have my son getting fucked by a chicken in like 20 minutes. True or false?
Called character building.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What was the other part? My hair
What's your
care
hair routine? And will you ever cut it?
I will cut it. I need to. So I've actually fallen into a little bit of a rut here because it used to be when Danny Woodhead wins the Super Bowl, I'll cut the hair. But then Danny is unfortunately, sadly, no longer in the NFL. And I've been searching for the next Danny. Danny said Quentin Nelson, but that didn't really catch on for me because I'm not a big Quentin Nelson guy.
I got it.
USA wins the World Cup.
Ryan Fitzpatrick starts a playoff game.
No, that's
Wins a playoff game.
No, starts a playoff game.
Wins.
Okay, wins a playoff game. He's never been to the playoffs.
If Ryan Fitzpatrick wins a playoff game, I will cut my hair. How short? Like
shoulder.
Shaggy?
Bobble. No, you could do shoulder.
Shaggy?
Or ear.
Okay.
Yeah, lower than... it would be weird if you went like actual like full cut. Yeah, like shoulder.
Mm-hmm. And my hair care routine is like I wash it every couple days.
Yeah, shoulder.
Yeah. That's about it.
I like that. Ryan Fitzpatrick wins a playoff game.
If he wins a playoff game
shoulder.
for the football team?
No, I think you get it forever.
Probably his last year.
Yeah, but you get it forever.
Ryan
Because you
Fitzpatrick-
never say never with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I'll say it with my chest. When Ryan Fitzpatrick wins a playoff game, I will cut my hair.
I love it. Now we're all Ryan Fitzpatrick. Well, actually, no. I
We're
like
all-
your long hair though. I don't know. Is that weird to say?
No.
I like your hair, bro.
We have a look together.
Yeah, I like
As
your
a
hair.
group. You're an Antifa, and I look like I'm at Woodstock.
And Hank can never shave his beard again.
Facts.
Is that it?
Seahorses are the only fish with necks.
99.
Eight.
Depending on what you think about
27.
eels.
27. Fuck. I gotta keep like...
55 and still alive.
If I get to 100...
I love that
fucking
qualification because I do think about eels a lot.
All the time.
Well, it's like it's the only.
I'm never not thinking
Like,
about
where's
eels.
the body start and the
It's
neck
like how
begin?
if a dog wore pants. Like if you were to cut off an eel's head
Yes.
on a guillotine, where would it go?
The two things I think about the most in life are Lou Dort and eels.
Love you guys.